Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today, we are back for Guild Wars Tuesday. I am once again on the EU servers. Hello, my friends from across the pond. We are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2. Plans for today. Let's see, I get the singing suspicion Muck wasn't wrong about Weavers. So, plans for today. For those that don't know, I have been doing a lot of videos on my YouTube channel where it's like I tried, and it's like it's just my experience trying some other class that I don't normally main for a day and sharing my thoughts about it. Like, oh wow, I didn't know Dragon Hunter could do this, or oh yeah, well Herald's OP just as everybody thought, and that's why everybody plays it. Yada 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 yada. Yesterday,
hey, look, it's the tree
I
of
released a
birds.
video.
How are you today?
About my experience trying Weaver. And as you might can expect, it wasn't great. And I was really struggling to even get like 30k DPS. It's like little to no CC. There's like little to no utility and stuff like that. Now, every single time I make one of these I tried videos, the comment section is absolutely awesome. Like, there's a horde of people sharing their thoughts, like, oh, you could have done this, this, and this, and it's like, there's people there that are, like, trying to learn more about whatever class, and then there's other people there that main that class that are eager to share information. And it's absolutely awesome. Like, they're all just, like, troves of information. The Weaver one had a lot of people like, Mike, you just flat out did this wrong. Like, you didn't give it a fair assessment, because you just did this completely wrong. And I was just like, alright. And I was like, what are the main points that I missed? And they gave me some stuff. And even one, actually two of the Snow Crows DM'd me. They slid into my DMs. And they're like, hey, I don't think you gave this one a fair assessment. And I was just like, okay, you know, look, I don't like misinformation. If I'm spreading misinformation, I want to find out. So, alright. I will take, I basically wrote down a few bullet points, as I do not want to relearn this whole thing. I wrote down a few, like, main bullet points, and I am going to try it again with those bullet points. For example, one of the things is there's a thing called Weave Self, and when you use Weave Self, I was under the impression that you had to do this whole Rubik's Cube nonsense that involved all 4 elements in order to get Weave Self to give you a buff. And if you didn't do it correctly, you got nothing, Charlie. That's apparently not true. It's just the tooltip in-game is awful. Apparently, every element you visit gives you a buff, and then if you do the whole thing, then you get another buff. So apparently, even just playing normally, and not doing the whole Rubik's Cube nonsense, if you just hit Weave Self whenever it lights up, it's a massive damage increase. I did not understand that. I thought if you couldn't do the whole thing perfectly, that it was pointless, so I swapped it out for Fire Elemental when I played it. And that's apparently not what you're supposed to do. So that's one of the big things.
Guys,
I don't trust Snow Crow's guide riders. I know one of them is someone who dies when they play Reaper in open world, so, you know, you can't trust that guy. Shout out to him if he's here. But, the others, I don't know, fine, I guess. I had to turn the volume on the stream hearing Muck say, Weeb Self. Yeah, I gotta get isekai'd. Honestly, at most points of my life, I would have loved that. Right now, I hope Truck Coon leaves me alone. Things are going pretty great for me right now. Hello, Chad. Hi, Flashy. Sir is a Necro main. I totally agree with you. Maybe it's because Necro's too easy. Yeah, on most of the other I tried videos, there was like, you know, I might be wrong about one thing here, one thing there, and someone points it out, and then I heart the comment and pin it so that other people see it. But the Weaver one, people are like, no, you just fundamentally did this completely wrong. You wasted everyone's time, and we were all dumber for having heard you. And I was just like, okay. Do the pre-order infinite tools come with glyphs? No. I am using them right now. They do not come with glyphs. They do come with tentacles, though. I award you no points, but God have mercy on your soul. Yup. I like how everyone is always talking about how hard Weaver is to play, but apparently it's also super hard even to understand. Yeah, bad tooltips will do that to you. Tooltips, not even once. Smooth like. What's up, Vin Vim? Holy home instance, Batman. I know, right? And soon it'll be a homestead. Look, if you use the S2, get the... Oh, no. That freaking guy. No. Freaking Vindicators. Yeah, I posted a mini video today of like, I was trying to learn Vindicator. And some guy in my chat was like, look, if you use S2, get the buff. If you jump, lose the buff from S2 is jump, and S2 to get all 2 buff. And I was just like, what? And I just turned it into a small, like, funny YouTube thing. New meme. I'm still trying to understand what that guy... So, the S2, because of my hotkeys, it says S2 on one of my buttons, which is Shift 2. And like that, for example. And I think he was talking about that, but just the way he wrote it with no punctuation just looked so insane. It's just like, what are you talking about? Good day, everyone. Hello, Soap. I like, let's see. I discovered today that a senior dev in my team in India has never heard of XKCD. Her Slack is about to get bombarded with links. I don't know what that is either. XK compact disc. Good day, everyone. Is it music? Like, what are we talking about? I'm finding the new tentacle Eldritch tool fits Necro well. Yes, because Necromancy summons Cthulhu. I mean, that makes as much sense as them throwing back the vodka and firing the gun. It's a webcomic? I don't think I know that one. Hold on. XKCD webcomic. Pascal's Wager Triangle. It's like a bunch of stickmen? Okay, yep, I've never seen this. I've never seen that. Yeah, it's funny, I've never even been shared any of these that I can tell. Because usually, so if it's like a really popular webcomic, someone will, I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, people have linked to me some of these in the past. I've never seen any of these. This does not look familiar. Do you have a referral link for the new expansion? I do! Thank you for considering using it. That's it right there. I forgot I totally finished my vision. Actually finished it, coughed up. Congratulations, Paranoid. It's popular in the programming and dev scene. Gotcha. I mean, I worked in tech support for 7 years before doing this job. I don't know how long that webcomic's been out. I've never been sent one. How many guild halls you got? 4. I'm in 5 guilds, but I myself have 4 guild halls, and I purposely made sure they were all different levels so they do not share cooldown with the free stuff. So I can get the free stuff from all of them every day. Chad, I have a question. I watched Muck's video how to test improved DPS. I did install it. How can I upload it? Can someone help me? How can you upload it? What? You trying to install, like, upload the ARC report to somebody else? Wait, that reminds me. Oh god, I think I need to before I do the Weaver test, I think I have to close the game because my ARC isn't working right now. Okay. Because I'm gonna have to update my ARC here in a few minutes as well. My recommendation is use the add-on manager to keep the ARC up to date because every time there's a new major patch of Guild Wars 2, you're going to have to update the ARC. And the add-on manager makes it take a lot less time. Is it possible to gather things from multiple guild halls? Yes, you just saw me do it. As long as the guilds have different levels of synthesis output, which is an upgrade in guild halls, they do not share a cooldown. The reason that your guilds might share a cooldown is because, you know, if people get all their guild halls to max level, then they all have the same level of synthesis output, which is the max level of it. So then they share a cooldown. Those tentacles come with the expansion. If you pre-order, I think Deluxe Edition or better, you get the tentacles. This guy is supposed to be up there on the cliff. So I think Deluxe or Ultimate Edition. And if you're going to pre-order, you should totally use your best friend Mukluk's referral link. Smooth. How do I get the name to pop up when I enter an area? That is a module called Regions of Tyria that you can turn on with Blish HUD installed. The Blish link in chat right now has directions on that if you want it. What is this, Muck? I'm streaming and not leaving for work. What a wonderful day. I'm here, Kim. I am here. Mike, I got those tentacle gathering tools, your referral link. Nice. Enjoy your tentacles. Come on and slam and welcome to Japan. Can I have a mesmer tip? Just the tip? I don't know. Do you know the mesmer that well? You have morning dandruff in your hair, by the way. No, it's the green screen crackling. If you look, see, it's like my green screen's acting up a little bit. There's like a little bit of light reflecting off my hair. And it's doing that. Here, hang on. Let me see. Let's go. Hold on. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. This camera. Turn that on. Okay. See, that's it without it. But with that, it's all crackly. One sec. Let me change the filters. Where is it? Filters. There it is. Okay. Let me see. Woo. Too much. Oh, perfect. What if we just stream like this? Just do a horror stream. Perfect. Is that perfect? I don't know. It's still kind of crackly. I don't think I'm going to be able to fix it on the computer. I think I'm going to have to, like, mess with my lighting in order to fix that. That might be a tiny bit better. I'll never forget Quickness Untamed's thumbnail for the video, smiling Scrapper, and then the sunglasses Untamed. I still need to do a video, because Quick Untamed, and then a few modifications I made to it, has become my favorite DPS to play. And I'm not playing it in, like, the most efficient Crows method, but I'm doing a ton of support, and still often topping DPS in groups, you know, over anyone who hasn't put in effort.
You must prove your strength to Ox by becoming the Ox.
That's the default filter when playing horror games. Just a messed up green screen filter. What's the title? You think Weaver is now good? Are you okay? I did not say that. I said we're going to see if I was wrong. We're going to do science. Here's my prediction. Here's my prediction. I think I may have been wrong on how hard it is to DPS on Weaver. It might be easier than I thought, and I was doing it wrong. I think I was still right that it is trash. Like, just the overall package. Overall, it's still crap CC that's not on demand. And it's no utility. But maybe you could do some damage with it. That's what I think is going to happen. Would you show that version of Untamed? Yeah, if we get some time. I'm bouncing through my characters right now. I'm not on my ranger at the moment. Weaver is worse than Quick Catalyst? No. Catalyst I could not get to function. Okay? So, in that regard, there's nothing worse than Quick Catalyst. I couldn't make it go. And I spent like over 2 hours trying to make it go. So I don't think that anything is worse than Quick Catalyst right now. Do you think Guild Wars 2 will come back to Prime Gaming one day? Maybe. They've done weird stuff on Prime Gaming with Guild Wars 2 like half a dozen times in the past. It's absolutely possible. I will say usually when it's on there, it's just some weird knickknacks. It's not usually. I think I might have had one in my mail. Yeah, this is from Prime 2 years ago. A temporary mislock pass and some weird stuff that I've never even bothered to get out of my mailbox. What? Oh. This was someone who won a copy of Janthier on my stream, and I mailed it to him. This is them responding with a thank you. Cool. Okay. And I'll read that one later. Alright. Did I already do that? Yeah, I already did that. Okay. Lay energy. And trophy bag. Okay. 2 years? Yeah. Alright. Oh, someone asked about the Untamed build. Okay. We're not doing like a full guide on it right now. But the builds, just in a nutshell, is Devil Mace's Sword Axe, full Berserker everything, and Force Impact on the weapons, Rune of the Fireworks there, Relic of the Thief. That's the build. Pets are Tiger and Gazelle if you need extra CC. And essentially, it's just every 10 seconds, you ambush the pet, use all the pet skills, ambush self, use your, unleash self, use your ambush, and then weapon swap, and then you can ambush again if you're in combat. So again, that's every 10 seconds. You unleash pet, have it use its skills, unleash self, ambush, weapon swap, ambush. You do that every 10 seconds, that sequence. In between that, use your other buttons. Okay? In between those, use your other buttons. With maces, whatever skill you hit first is going to come back up off cooldown when you finish the last mace skill because of the thing with the maces. So you always use mace 5 first. Because of that, the 3 and the 5, those do 450 CC, and then they come off cooldown and you do it again. So that does 900 break bar damage. Just these two skills have more CC than the entire Weaver class. Okay? Additionally, you are putting out 10 stacks of might, permanent quickness to your party, some vigor, some regen, some prot, self-stability, and a lot of vulnerability, and you have a 10-man resurrect in your back pocket if you ever need it. And yes, 10, not 5. So it's, and then it'll also do like 30k DPS. So it's got a stupid amount, oh, and also it does self-condition cleanse and it does self-barrier. Also it does AoE healing around it. It does so freaking much. It does so much. And it's slightly less damage. It's slightly less damage than the Snowcrow's build. But it just does so freaking much. It's amazing in a party, and it's amazing in open world solo. Does it prepare you to play Rush B on the piano? No, that's Weaver. Nerf Ranger, basically. It's mostly the maces, man. The Ranger maces that came out are pretty solid. They're pretty solid. If your team can't do Vuln, your party is just miserable. Adilo, it's
Only
almost
a
never going to be a thing.
If the mooks die again
that was the
between
end of a
slaps.
long list, all right? To be fair, the Vuln was the last thing I said after a long list of things. I wasn't just like, this is my Vuln build, you know? That wasn't like the top bullet point. Do you think Kata is more difficult than Condi Axe Deadeye? Okay, I have to be fair here. I've never tried Condi Axe Deadeye. I don't know. Alright, let's revisit this. Okay. One sec. Power Weaver. Alright. Alright. Let me explain what's going on here. Chat. I'm gonna take you guys on a magical journey through what happened to me when I tried Weaver. Okay? Here it is. Here it is. So, when I tried this, I opened up the two main resources that I go to when I need builds. Okay? I opened up Guild Gen, which I am opening again right now. Give me just a second here. Power Weaver. Okay? I really like how she shows rotations here, okay? This is... No, not that. Sorry. This is the basic rotation, okay? This is the basic rotation. I basically tried learning this, all right? There's also the... No, not that one. The Snow Crows version. All right. Here's my issue with Snow Crows, all right? I talked to them, the people that write the guides. I have given them feedback. I am always very careful with how I say this, okay? The way they write their guides, I struggle with processing just because of how I learn. And I am going to explain that now, all right? If I go down here and I see this, all right, here's the loop, okay? The first thing I have to do is open a notepad because I've gone to Snow Crows. And I have to be like, all right, air, 2 autos, quantum strike. Okay, what's a quantum strike? No, no, yes. Air 3, fire attunement, flame uprising. What is that? It's 2. Fire 2. I have to do that the whole way. Hello, Zashi. Thank you for the raid. We are on a Weaver right now. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Welcome. All right. So, anytime I use a Snow Crow's guide, I have to translate it into English effectively for me. Okay? I have to do that because if I look at this and it says Weave Self, Wildfire, Lightning Storm, Quantum Strike, Lightning Orb, Flame Uprising, Pyro Vortex, Cauterizing Strike, Earth Attunement, Fire Strike, Fire Swipe, Searing Slash, Lava Skin, Earth and Vortex. I don't know what any of those buttons are. All right? Now, I came to this page and I knew I was going to have to do the translation thing. And this is the first thing I see. It's long, but it's worth it. 3 pages of translations. I knew I was going to have to sit here for like a half an hour turning all of this into English. And I was just like, I ain't doing that. And I went to other sources for my information. All right? I went to other places because F that noise. All right, and I told them this to their face because one of them DM'd to me because he's like, I don't think you gave Weaver a fair try, and I was like, dude, I went to your page, I saw this crap, I left. You know, it's like if you want this to be less scary, maybe don't have this be the first thing on the page, okay? So I did tell them that. All right, now we're gonna try this again, and there's a few main bullet points that I apparently didn't know the last time I did this, and I'm gonna try this again. Okay. Let's see. So first off, they said use a Warhorn. So, doot. There we go. Next off is full Berserkers. I think I'm in full Berserkers, but just to make sure, Berserker, apply to all. Rune of Scholar, apply to all. Alright. Do this. Berserker. And do this. These are both Berserker and Force and Impact. All right, Burrs and Impact. Okay. All right. You came, you saw, you departed. Yeah. And again, I am not asking them to change anything, right? This is a me issue. I'm just like, I see that, and I'm like, I can't. If I wasn't already an LE player and I saw that long list of elementalist skill names, I might know what those are. But if I haven't played LE and I come here looking for an LE guide, I gotta look up every single one of these. And that's just a massive time commitment before we've even begun. So, I mean, that's kind of where my issue is. All right. So, with that, all right, I've equipped a Warhorn, which I was told I need to do. Okay. So, first of all, I was told I had the wrong weapon last time. Fine. All right. Giant Burning Rock, Lightning Bolts, and Weaver. Okay. Blat, blat, blat. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. All right. That's the build. What are the skills? Coin with a ship anchor. Pank. That thing, actually. Pride? Where is that? I don't even see it. What? What is that skill? Primordial Stance. Oh, it's down here. There's Pride. Okay. All right. And then Pride Hula Hoop. Okay. There we go. All right. So that's what my skills are supposed to be. Okay. All right, loop. The pictures are also very small. As someone who plays the game in German, I didn't know Stoker had a complete translation on their site. It took time. Yeah. Yeah, that was actually one of the things that Umbra told me. Umbra is one of the guys that writes the guides for Snow Crows. He was like, yeah, I think we expect most people just to, like, match the picture. And I was like, the picture? The pictures? Like, are you serious? Okay. Let's see. Spawn a golem, average, additional, add condies. Can I just do all of them? Please spawn. All right, hold on. Do I have anything in here where it's like for every condi on the foe you do more damage? I need to make sure that's not a thing. I don't think so. Gain swiftness when using a dual attack. Gain increased damage to enemies under the effects of swiftness. Okay. I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Alright. Alright, so. Auto chain. Look, I got an off-topic question. What's your favorite legendary ever? Looks, lore, purpose, everything. Binding of Hippos. But only 4 of the 9 classes can use focuses, so I almost never get to use it. Binding of Hippos. Actually, hold on. I have it, so... One sec. And... I need to change what this looks like for a second. Okay. So, Binding of Hippos is this book. And when you are sheathed, it just sits on your hip. But when you unsheath it, it flies out in front of you and opens up. And your left arm becomes all demonic. There's an eye on the book that's looking around. The pages actually have writing on them that squirms, and the pages turn and stuff like that. The book flies around in front of you while you are using it. And if you fire any projectiles while the book is out, they look like eyeballs. And then if you put it away, it does that. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Alright. Unequip that. And... Okay. Let's... Let's give him that. Just gonna try to get rid of the legendary special effects just so it'll calm down a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's figure out the... Alright. Food. Food. Alright, let's do this and this. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. So air, and then I gotta wait 5 seconds. Okay. Let's try the basic loop. First off, how many attacks is my auto chain? 2 auto chains and a quantum strike. Air 3. Fire attunement. Flame uprising. Pyro vortex. What is that? 3. Alright. Fire attunement. Again. Cauterizing Strike, 2 auto chains, Flame Uprising, Air Attunement, auto chain, air again. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Why is he back on Weaver? Because Mr. Snowcrow himself messaged me and said that I embarrassed his class. So I'm giving it another chance to see if I was wrong. Alright. Alright, I gotta go air twice before we even start. Okay. So the auto chain is 3 attacks. And then Quantum Strike is the 3. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the 3. And then fire. I need to do boons still. Alright, 2, 3. Fire again. Cauterizing Strike is the 3. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. Air. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Air again. 1, 2, 3. I gotta say, what I'm about to say is something I did not say about Weaver before. This is not something I have mentioned in the past. This is something I've kept bottled up inside. Okay? I'm not a big fan of waiting on auto chains. This is just myself and Guild Wars 2. To me, that's like fishing. That's like a lot of time that I'm not playing the game. I do not like staring at it and counting. So, for a whole completely different reason, I think I'm not going to enjoy this. But I am going to try it because I despise misinformation. And if I do this, and then, because maybe there's someone out there that's thinking about playing Weaver, and they watch my video, and they're like, ugh, never mind, ugh. And then I'm like, okay, well, hold on. Actually, it looks like I was wrong about this if you're still interested, if you want to do it, you know? So I'll do that. I'm going to put in that time. Okay. All right. Oh, crap. All right, so Arc isn't working right now. So the only way I can track down... You know what? No, that's not good enough. Hold on. I'm going to... Hold on. Blah. Green screen of privacy. Okay. One sec. I'm opening up add-on manager, and I am going to use it to try to update my Arc real fast. Let's see. Update. Okay, add-ons installed. Launch game. Okay, it's launching. I feel we should have a discussion about fishing if you're comparing auto attacks to fishing. Muck, your green screen is broken. I'm good, thank you. Okay. Alright. Back on this one. Gonna have to reset up the boons and condies. You have to double attune to air in combat, not before. It says the loop starts in air attunement. Hold on, is there an opener?
Speak quickly.
Doesn't say that on Snowcrows. Gotta go hit this side and have a great rest of your stream. Like, thank you, Zashi. Appreciate the raid.
A deadly raid squad.
Swapping air was the first step of the opener. Alright, so I go fire. And then I wait. And then I go air. And then I start like this. Guys, there's so high maintenance. Alright. Arena console, adjust self, add boons, all of them. Spawn a golem, average, spawn. Adjust column settings, add conduits, all of them. Update. Okay. So, okay. We hit it, we go air, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, air 3, fire, fire 2, fire air 3, fire attunement harder. Crap! Hold on, I gotta change my sheet. I didn't write fire 3, I wrote down cauterizing strike and I didn't know what that was. Flame uprising. Flame uprising is fire 2. Okay, hold on. Alright. Is Weave Self instant, or does it have a cast time? It's 3/4 of a second. Alright, we're gonna do this without Weave Self for now, just to try this. Okay. Alright. We hit it to enter combat, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fire, and then 2, 3, fire attunement again, fire 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fire 2, air attunement, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, air attunement, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, air 3, fire attunement, 2, 3, fire attunement again, fire 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fire 2, air attunement, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, air attunement again, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, alright. Alright, so I think I'm doing the loop, and we're over 20k. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, respawn. Okay. What if I add Weave Self into that? I hear the pain in your voice while doing this. I'm spending more time not pressing buttons and counting autos than I am pressing buttons and playing the game. Not a huge fan of that, but I'm trying it. Alright. So, alright, what was another note here? Oh, I'm also not using the buttons down here. I need to be doing that too. Arcane Blast can be replaced. Okay, hold on. Where's the other notes? Fully attunement to fire and air in alternating fashion using most available skills. Getting used to the standard loop will make it much easier to learn the Weave Self rotation. Keep swapping elements to maintain the Elements of Rage buff. You can swap to the next attunement during the cast of skills. Start with Weave Self and repeat it whenever possible. Continue with the normal loop once the buff expires. When performing the Weave Self rotation, make sure to swap to air attunement before the buff from Weave Self expires, even if you do not finish this. I'm not going to be doing that. Perform the normal loop with Weave Self. Performing the normal loop with Weave Self active is still a significant damage increase. Nowhere in this loop am I even using the 4 or the 5 key. I could literally not have an offhand and it would be the same. Use Primordial Stance right before fully attuning to fire. Then why isn't that in the rotation? I'll do it. Primordial Stance. Okay, what is my stance on? T. Alright. I'll put that there. Alright. Use Arcane Blast while attuned to fire and air if Elements of Rage is active. So, all tuned to fire and air. Alright, I'm tweaking the rotation here. This is why we don't play elementals. No, I'm just, okay, just right this second, I'm wondering, why is this stuff not written in here? I don't understand. Use Lightning Orb. What the fuck is Lightning Orb? Use Lightning Orb and Wildfire off cooldown. Wildfire is Fire 5. They're both 5. Okay, great, alright. Always be 5-in. I can do that. Hold on. Always 5-in. Alright, I can write that down. Alright. Use Cyclone when you don't have Lightning Orb or Wildfire available to trigger Relic of the Fireworks. If no 5-in, be 4-in. There we go. All right. All right. There we go. Dude, look at the CC. 150, 200, 150, 150, 2. You know what? You know what? If you put all of this together, you know what you'd call it? Signet of Humility. But with 6 weeks less shipping. All right. This is going to go very wrong for a while. Oh, hold on. I need to tell the group to wait to pull for a minute. I've got to go fire, then I got to go air, and then I got to be ready to go air again. Do I get the buff even when I'm not in combat? Hang on. Yeah, so I can do that right before the fight starts. All right. You know what this reminds me of? There was back when I did server first rating, there was this one warrior that I grouped with. His name was Throck. He's come up in some other stuff. And dude, he was always like top in damage meters and stuff, and if you lost aggro and you were the tank, he would tell you what he thought about your mother. And he was your typical rage warrior, and he was like any pull, trash pulls, anything. He was popping rage potions and cooldowns 3 seconds into the pull. And if you like pulled and you didn't do a countdown, he'd get so angry. And so like on any pull, you needed to be like 5, 4, 3, 2. So he could do like his potions and his elixirs, and and you put some aloe on his cheeks or whatever he was doing. I don't know, but he had to do everything. And this reminds me of that. Like, hold on, guys. I need to go fire. Then I need to go air again. Then I need to go air a second time. And then, okay, I'm ready. Right now. No, window's closed. Okay, I gotta get it ready again. All right. Okay. Air. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Air 3. Fire attunement. Fire 2. Fire 3. E. T. Fire again. Fire 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fire 2, air attunement, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, this, air again, always be 5-ing, I forgot to be 5-ing, air again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, fire attunement, 2, 3, E, T, fire again, fire 3, 2 auto chains, 1, 2, 3, 2, air attunement, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, air again, always be 5-ing. We're up to 25, yeah, I haven't even weaved self yet. Oh my god. Dude, if I can't figure this out, crows are gonna freaking weave my kneecaps. Hang on. You didn't GG yet, I did not. We haven't even utilized downstate, our ultimate weapon. Our ultimate weapon. Not the kneecaps? Yeah, the kneecaps. Okay. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Do this, and fire. 2, 3, E, T, fire again. 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, air, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, E, air again, always be 5-ing, 1, 2, 3, 3, fire, 2, 3, E, T, fire again, fire 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, always be 5-ing, fire, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, E, air again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, I think I might have interrupted that, 2, 3, E, T, fire again, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fire 2, it's friggin' air attunement, are we done yet? Air attunement, 3, 1, 2, 3, E. Dude, it's not even half health yet. God dang. Alright, well 26k, that is a new high. Alright, so that was 90 second. That was a 90-second test. And I think this class has a trait where it does more damage when the thing's low health. I gotta find it. I swear that's in here. Mucky can do better with Untamed while providing quickness. I want to remind you guys that in 5 minutes on quickness providing Deadeye, I was able to do 30k and give 100% quickness uptime. That's what you're comparing this against. You're not using R? Oh, you're right. Hold on, Lightning Storm. When am I supposed to do that? Is that literally not in here anywhere? When am I supposed to use that? Nowhere in the loop or in the rotation notes does it say to ever use the Glyph of Storms. Is it the hard loop? Dude, I have no effect. No idea. Is it for the passive effect? No, it's a glyph, not a signet. It has no passive effect. Click on Weave Self-Simplified. It's still 3 times the size of the rotation. Use it in double air when you have a buff. Fine. I wrote it on my list. All right. Go air. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That. And fire 2, 3, E, T, 5, weave, fire again, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, always be 5-in, air, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, E, air again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, R, it's not a cooldown fire, 2, 3, E, T, fire again, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, air, 3, 1, 2, 3, E, air again, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, R, fire, 2, 3, E, T, fire again, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fire 2, air, 3, 1, 2, 3, E, air again, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, R, fire attunement, 2, 3, E, T, fire attunement again, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, air attunements, 3, 1, 2, 3, E, air again. God, I can't. Oh my god. Oh god, this is so painful. I'm trying so hard to just put in maximum effort just for like 5 minutes here, and this is so painful. Oh man. There might be a second class where I'd prefer to have another root canal. Imagine if the thing was moving or fighting back. Like, this is like full, like, you have to be close enough to like slap their calves for this to work. Please say this in tag muck. Wait, who is what now? Catalyst. Wait, what? Catalyst is not that annoying, especially with Hammer. Well, the guide I followed for Hammer Kata was very annoying. Lorcanu says Catalyst is not annoying. That's fine. That's fine. Honestly, it's like... This is not... okay, I want to be very clear here. This is not unplayable, right? With enough practice, I could get this. Alright? I'm already at 26k. That is way better than many pugs. However, I have little to no CC on demand. And I have no utility. Every button is damage, and yet the total damage is crap compared to what you're competing against. That's what's bugging me right now. CC is on Dagger offhand. Okay, well, they told me to bring Warhorn. Muck, did you lose a bet? No, like, I have a lot of respect for other content creators, right? And multiple of them came to me after the Weaver video and were like, hey, really don't think, they're like, love your work, really don't think you gave this a fair try. And I was like, all right, what did I miss? And they gave me some bullet points. They're like one of the bullet points was you don't have to learn the weave self rotation. If you just hit weave self whenever it lights up, it will still be a substantial damage increase. And I was like, okay, I will, that I can try. I can try that. So, all right. Okay. Hi, Bezzy. Hi, Shy. All right. I'm going to try very hard to go maximum effort. For one attempt, Golem full health to dead. Okay? Go air. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Air 3. Hit R. And then use Weave Self. Fire Attunement. 2, 3.
Let's rock.
T. Fire Attunement. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Use 2. Air Attunement. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. E. Air again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Air again. Can't use R. Forgot to use 5. Fire Attunement. 2, 3. E. T. Fire Attunement again. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. Air Attunement. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Blast. Air again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Use 3. Use R. It's on cooldown. Go fire. 2, 3. E. T. Use fire again. 3.
Oh, I'm
2,
weaving!
3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not weaving.
It's over.
I'm not. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. E. Air again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. R. 5. Fire Attunement. 2, 3. E. T. Fire Attunement again. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. Air Attunement. Oh my god, I lost my place because that's stupid. I'm weaving soundbite. E. Air Attunement again. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. R. Hold on. All right, we're at 26k. I need to write the 5. I keep forgetting to hit the 5. Always hit 5 is just, it's not enough. So what I'm gonna do here is, let's see. I'm just gonna do that. And all right, I just added 5 a couple of times on my cheat sheet here, and I'm just going to hit it when I hit those. I'm gonna try freestyling it, press everything off cooldown, go absolutely ham. Freestyling it. You know what? I'll do it once. Hold on. So I gotta go air, air, fire, fire, right? I hate that this is better. I absolutely despise the fact that this is going better. Like 110%. I mean, I'm gonna use my heal too, why not? You know what? I'm gonna spice it up. I'm gonna visit Earth for a second. I'm gonna visit water just because I'm such a weaver. There we go. There we go. I just weaved. I weaved! That's my second weave ever, chat. You were here. $29.5K. Oh my god. Alright. Alright. Noxxi, I'm a genius. Dude, I freaking... Gives me the honest question. How much really matters in a proper rotation? Well, okay. To be fair, when they do this, they get 42K. There is clearly room for growth. But it's funny that I, struggling with what they said to do, was stuck at 26, and then I just rolled my head on the keyboard and got 29. So, that is funny, but that doesn't mean that rotations are worthless. Power rotation is 532 auto change Atu 32 auto change Atu 532 auto repeat. This is going to be another one of those memes like that Vindicator one this morning, chat. You might be overthinking the autos. Maybe. They're pressing quickly and you're still learning the insane combo. Yeah. Pressing... I feel like I can't press quickly, though, because you have to wait on auto chains. You gotta optimize the face roll. Okay. What Vindicator? What about Vindicator? See the video I posted this morning. Big part of your damage comes from buffs, and you get attunement. You get from attunement swapping, so going fast is key. What if you autoed and swapped elements on cooldown to keep the buff up? Hold on. Wait, is that the same one? You said just auto and swap elements on cooldown? Oh, this isn't going to keep the buff. Okay, hold on. I was just going through all 4 elements. Wait a minute. I have to fully attune to an element. Hang on a sec. I'm kind of curious. Alright. It's almost 20K. Just go, all I'm hitting is like fire, fire, air, air, fire, fire, air, air. Part of the damage increase is just pressing buttons faster and having 5, maintaining 10 stacks of buff, plus having better uptime of the buff from going fully into one element should be 100% uptime. You understand that Thief just hits 2, right? I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm saying, do you understand what your competitors are doing? Alright, that's crazy. Guardian Hammer auto attack is 30k. Thief holding down the 2 key is 30k and it gives quickness to the party. Alright. Okay. Hang on. Alright, what was this one? So we got 29k on that one. Honestly, I didn't even get any better than the last thing. Hold on. Where is... Okay, the last time I did this, with a really hard-to-learn rotation, I would hit 30k sometimes. I hit like 32k on Bone Skinner. So, let's see. I'm not saying it's better than Thief or whatever. I was just explaining why pressing all of your buttons was better than just doing what you when you try the rotation. Okay. Just Facebook keyword. Alright. Okay. So I need something to write on. Alright, this is what I was planning on doing in like a video day. Okay, so thoughts. Alright. Thoughts. There's like the auto chain thing. There's my attempts at proper rotation. Results of me face rolling. Results of me just autoing. So those are the things I want to talk about. Who's calling me? I don't know you. All rotations of the Game Boy down to press buttons as quickly as possible. No, they don't. There's plenty of times where if you press Ranger X5 and you press the next button immediately, you will interrupt Ranger X5 and your damage will go down by 10k. Guardian Greatsword, when you do the spin, what is it, Whirling Wrath? If you hit another key within like a second or two, you'll interrupt the animation and you'll lose like a 5k damage. No, that is absolutely just not true. I would say it's often true, but it is not always true. Press the buttons faster, 42k. Yeah, someone commented on the 30k auto hammer guardian build. Wait, why do I play Weaver if I can do this? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me do this. What happened to Dennis? I still wonder after all these years. He's a cartoon now. That's it. He's in the world of Roger Rabbit. Okay. Let me record a thing here. All right, we're gonna have a new video chat. It's gonna be called like, was I wrong about Weaver? And then the video is gonna be like, no. And then it's just gonna. Honestly, that's a great intro. All right, Noxxi, just start the video with like, we are here today to revisit the question, was I wrong about Weaver? No. And then just cut to the outro credits for just like a few seconds, and then we'll restart for real. All right. Hey everyone, Mukluk here, and today we are for the first time revisiting one of the I Tried videos. For those that don't know, we have got a series on the YouTube channel. Maybe you're new here and you've just been living under a rock, something like that. We've got a series on the YouTube channel where I say, I tried, and then I show a class that I don't usually play. And we've made dozens and dozens and dozens of these. And they are always really well received. Like over here is the views, over here is likes versus dislikes. I know YouTube hid dislikes, but if you don't have a certain Chrome extension, they do it really well. Like usually 98 to 99% of the people that watch it like the video. We have a new all-time low with only 97% liking this. You know, still pretty good. But there's 19 Weavers that are upset with me. And I got some DMs from quite a few people, and including some crows of the snowy variety, that are like, hey, Muck, we love your work, or I hate you, or I'm going to weave your kneecaps if you don't fix this. And it said, essentially, I don't think you gave Weaver a fair try. Now, I think it's completely okay for me to try something and not like it. However, I detest misinformation. So if they thought I didn't try it fairly, I was willing to listen to that. And I chatted with them for a while. And we came up with a few bullet points of things that I effectively did wrong. And what I could make some simple changes to fix. Now, we went over those bullet points. And one, it was to try the build that had a Warhorn instead of a dagger in its hand. One was to use Weave Self. Okay, now this was my mistake. I had a gross misunderstanding of Weave Self. I thought that Weave Self only kicked in and did stuff if you finished the full thing. You visited all 4 elements. However, as it turns out, you it's just I misunderstood this very complex tooltip. You get a buff for every element you visit, and you get another buff if you visit all the elements. So it is apparently worth using, even if you're bad at it. Whereas before, what I did is I was bad at it, and I swapped to Fire Elemental because I was just like, I don't trust myself with this monstrosity. Now, how did I end up coming to the conclusions that I did in the last video? I want to share that so people understand my thought process. Not that it excuses it, but I think it's worth saying. So whenever I make one of these videos, I'm like, all right, I'm trying out, you know, Weaver today or Dragon Hunter, whatever. I'm trying out a class I don't main. I'm going to go to people that main it. Now, I am very fond of Guild Gen, builds with Guild Gen and Valen, because I like how they write these out. I can be someone who doesn't play this class and read Air 3, Fire, Air 4, Fire 2. This makes sense to me. Whereas Snowcrows, who are also extremely intelligent people, if they tell me to hit Weave Self, Wildfire, Lightning Storm, Quantum Strike, Lightning Orb, Flame Uprising, Pyro Vortex, Cauter, Rising Strike, Fire, Swipe, Searing Slash, Lava Skin, Earth, and Vortex, I have to Google every freaking one of those and translate it like this. All right? I have to do a translation. And when I first came to this page, and I saw, literally, rotation. First thing I see is this right here. And it is a 3-page long Weave Self thing. This is before we even get to the loop, okay? I was like, imagining translating all this, and I knew it was going to take me a very big time investment before I even started pressing buttons. And I was like, I can't today. I just can't today. And I just went to other places for my information and found stuff that I was told was not optimal. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try it again. So I'm going to hit Weave Self anytime it lights up. I am going to change the offhand weapon to a Warhorn, and I'll try that out. And I will try this again and see how it goes. So, you know, this time we went down here, and I tried to do this rotation right here, and one thing I found kind of odd is like this stuff is down here because some of this could have been up here. Anyway, I tried to do all of this. I made myself a little cheat sheet, and I tried my best to follow it, and on my best attempt, now granted, I wasn't doing it quickly. There is a big part of this rotation, and Noxxi, if you just go back in time on the VOD, you'll see it. There is a big part of this rotation where you have to wait on auto chains. Now, this has never come up in one of my videos before. I've never shared this. I really don't like doing that. I did it. I did it for this, but here's the thing. When you're waiting on an auto chain, like if it's like, okay, I need to go into Fire, and then I do, Fire 3, and then I do 2 auto chains. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, that's an auto chain, all right? So it's basically you not doing anything. You don't press buttons, you watch your character and wait for them to finish whatever they're doing. I kind of file that under fishing in my brain. It's time spent not playing the game. So my least favorite elements was like when I would go into air and I would just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'd swap out of air. My favorite element was when I was in fire and I would hit 4 buttons, then leave fire because I was actually pressing keys. So this rotation had a very heavy use of auto chains. Like a big part of the damage was auto chains. In fact, out of curiosity, on one of our attempts, we tried just autoing and rapidly changing elements to see what would happen, and it was 20k. We might have found an LI Weaver. But I did try to do that, and I think the most common feedback I'm going to get from this is I wasn't doing it fast enough. However, I felt like I was scared to go faster because if I did it more quickly, I would interrupt the auto chains. So I got 26k on attempts where I tried to follow by the letter what Snowcrow said on the thing. I got 20k just autoing, and then someone in chat was like, "Mug, just roll your head on the keyboard, see what happens." And just kind of as a meme, I did it and got 29. Now, that's not to say the rotation's bad, because when they do the rotation, they get 42k. I'm, nowhere near that. However, I was not able to get there. So I effectively put in, another hour on this. I tried out, this other stuff. Does this change my opinion on Weaver at all based on what I learned last time? I now know what Weave Self does. I was able to get the Weave Self buff up. I had a gross misunderstanding of how it works. So we just activate it, and we just go through each of the elements here, and there it is. Boom. Boom. I'm weaving. Oh, so huge damage, huge buffs for a time period, but I thought in the past that I had to, just like, oh, I'm not smart enough for this. I'll just put, Fire Elemental there. And that was apparently a huge debuff to my damage. Does this change my opinion? Hold on, Noxxi, cut that out. Hold on, chat. I'm looking at my bullet points that I wanted to go over in this video. All right. So all that said, I know that for the top players playing this, it is amazing in their hands. I know that. However, do I think now, do I have a different opinion now? Don't talk, I'm talking. Do I think now that this would be better for the average player? Or someone who's thinking about trying Weaver for like the first time? I think that if you, with a little bit of practice on this, you could be a respectable damage dealer. All right, it is a little simpler than I thought it was. You could go into this and you could do your thing. You are effectively a melee DPS. You are almost entirely melee. You have very few range stuff with this build, other than things like Arcane Blast, but that's a small part of your damage. And you would be able to, if you want to, play the game and live as the character that is flinging around Earth and air and fire all around you like the Avatar, you can do that. You can do that. However, my overall opinion of the class hasn't changed much. The reason for that is the class's total CC. For example, right here, crowd control. You got, this is from Snow Crows themselves. Arcane Wave, Cyclone, Tidal Surge, Gale Strike, Polaric Leap. You got all these things. And they involve being in different attunements. For example, Warhorn Water Attunement, that means you got to go into water, wait 3 seconds, go into water again. So you've wrecked your rotation for 6 seconds now. And then you could do 150 CC. If you combine all of this, you know what you've got? A Signet of Humility. Or a Flesh Golem charge on a fat target. Like all of this together is not great CC. Now you can swap some stuff out. If you can swap some stuff out, like bring in Frostbow or something, that is an option. I'm talking about just what's in the kit if you're bringing the base kit to a fight, okay? And the CC is not good. You've got DPS for every single button, and yet I'm not able to do the DPS I can do on other classes for a fraction of the effort. And there's, no utility. There's, no utility. I recently did a video on Dragon Hunter. The F3 gave your whole group stability and Aegis. The F2 was an emergency movement skill that cleansed you of conditions and healed you. Those are just always there for Dragon Hunter. Those are simply always there, This is fine as a DPS, if you want to run in there and just be a tornado of molten rock, you could do that. You can absolutely do that. I don't think that these little changes that I've learned here have changed my thoughts on it. It still seems like it's more work for less payout than most of its competitors. However, that doesn't mean it's not viable. If you just really like it, if you just really like the stock, you could play this and you'd be fine. You'd be fine. If you see a Weaver in your group, you should not just assume that they're playing a bad class or anything like that, because they could be better than me and be pulling 42k. I'm just saying my thoughts after trying this again for a play session and how it went for me. And they have worn off, but I did have food buffs up during the testing. Someone fussed at me last time about that. I did have it up during the testing. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So I, for the first time ever, revisited this. Wanted to thank you guys for watching the I Tried series. Wanted to revisit this because people thought I didn't give it a fair try. I put another hour into it. So I mean, in total now, I've spent probably 4 hours playing Weaver, and I've tried 3 completely different builds related to it from different sources. And on the one that I got the farthest on, I got like 30k on a golem and like 32k on bone skinner, where you also have the laser helping you out. That's how much damage I was able to do on like Reaper or Quickness Deadeye in 5 minutes. So I do still think it's way more effort for, you know, less bang for your buck, and it's got way less utility and way less CC. It's viable. Maybe I'm just really freaking bad at it. All right, that's it. That's our revisit to Weaver. Was I wrong? I was wrong about Weave Self. Okay, I definitely rambled there for a while. I'm not super happy with that, but I don't know how I would redo it. Mug, in this one though, one question: wouldn't it be better to have a meta build that hits for 20k damage and have tons more utilities? Like if I could do 20k on auto, wouldn't it be better to change the skills to be more useful? Dude, yeah. Like, let's say, okay, I often play support, right? Let's say I can pick my teammates, right? You know what I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna pick people like the Dragon Hunter that do the same damage as the Weaver, who can bring stability and Aegis to the party. I'm gonna pick the Scrapper that can bring, he could do damage, but he can also have a battle res with function gyro, and he can also do AoE projectile block with like defense field, stuff like that. Like, why would I pick this guy as a teammate in a perfect world? I never would. Like, Virtuoso does more damage from this and it's 1500 range. I see no situation where I would pick this guy as like my dream teammate. None at all. Also, 14k health. Open world builds have way less damage, but also buffs. Yeah. No, it never gets invited to join in reindeer games. God, I'm so tempted to just re-record that whole thing. I'm not happy. I am not happy with how much I rambled. I'm not happy with how much I rambled there. Downstate is a part of the rotation. That is the meme, yeah. That is the meme. Noxxi's DMing me. What's up? Oh. Oh, okay, okay, cool. Yeah, they generate a lot of silver. As a chronic rambler, I understand. Muck, an idea for a video. Muck, a dream team builds that synergize with other players and have at least 20k damage utility. You know what? Hold on. I am gonna add. All right, hold on a sec. Okay, Noxxi, if you would, I'm gonna make like one little addition here. Okay. Phrasing. Like, I myself often play as a support player. I usually play the healer that is providing a lot of boons to the group and stuff like that. If this person joined my team, if I was just making a pug and some Weaver joined and they were doing 30k, that's fine. We're going to clear the content. But if in my mind, if I'm like, you know, organizing my dream team, I don't know why I would ever pick this as a teammate. And the reason for that is Dragon Hunter can do the same damage, but just always has a high, their F2, which is high mobility, condition cleanse, breaks them out of stuff, heals them, emergency move. In trade, this guy has 14k hit points. The Dragon Hunter has AoE Aegis, AoE stability, like on their F3. And that's without even bringing like stand your ground. You know, the Scrapper can bring function gyro, which battle reses people, you know. There's just so much utility on some of the other classes, not to mention CC. This class has got damage, 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 damage. Like, we're going all in on damage, and we're keeping up with them. We're keeping up with them, but they have all that utility on top of that. So I can't imagine ever like, oh boy, I hope a Weaver joins our party, just based on what I currently know. Okay. Noxxi, if you could just insert that somewhere into near the end of the video. There we go. Are you doing a let's try out every DPS build or one for each profession? We are trying out as many as we can. Like, honestly, trying out every DPS. Okay, there's 9 professions. Each of them have 3 elite specs. That's 27. Many of them have power and condi versions. That's upwards of 54 builds. And then someone will be like, oh, well, you tried with staff, but you didn't try with scepter. Ooh. And so then I got to do another one. So I will probably not get through every DPS before Janther comes out, but it's something to work on. Kick Weavers from your squads, noted. No. Did you guys see that apparently a day or two ago, Guild Wars 2 found a bug with distortion on Virtuoso. And it's disabled right now while they're fixing it. And all CM Ceres groups have come to a screeching halt because they were all using like 8 Virtuosos. I think that says something. That all challenge mode progression on one of the hardest fights in the game has come to a total stop because one class got an ability disabled for a patch. I feel like that really says something. I beat each TCM when Weaver a month ago. My teammates were seething about it through the entire progression because Weaver burstins and CC is terrible. No, I think if you do a proper Weave self-opening, the burst is okay. But Dragon Hunter's is better, and Dragon Hunter has more utility. I'll just say that Mesmer was too overtuned. It's funny because the ability to disable doesn't even affect damage. Well, it affects them, like, involving certain mechanics so they don't get popped. So far, what would you say is the most fun elite spec? I mean, fun is subjective. Like, hold on. Hang on a sec. Is this opening? One sec. Okay. All right, and then I'm opening up some files here. One sec. All right, so we recently went through and I tried every healer in the game, and these were my thoughts after trying all of them. Then we recently went through and tried every boon-providing DPS in the game, and these were my thoughts after trying all of those. And then we started testing pure DPS, and that's this right here. And this is my thoughts after those. So, what would I say is the most fun one? For me, it's the ones that make me feel useful. So, like, healing was fun, but there were certain healers I really didn't like. Like, Alacrity providing Spectre was an absolute trash can. I hated playing that one. Catalyst, I couldn't even make work. But I mean, like, for DPS, the most fun I had was Scrapper or Untamed. But then there was others I enjoyed as well. So like if I go over here, like this was my personal enjoyment column. These are the ones I enjoyed from most to least. So Harbinger, Scourge, I liked a lot. Deadeye was fun, you know. And then for enjoyment on healers, let me see. Did I do that column on this one? I don't know if I did that column on this one. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. But enjoyment on healers. Chrono, Heal Chrono was very fun. I was shocked at how much fun I had on that one. I just wished it had a better battle res. Illusion of Life is pretty trash compared to the competitors. Warrior Staff for support was amazing. That might be the best support weapon in the game. The problem is you have to play a warrior to use it. And warrior did not feel good. Warrior did not feel great. I love $100 Weaver video. Someone wrote Weaver can make up 60k damage on an opener, and that can be huge. Meanwhile, Vindicator's doing 120k on opener. And it's easier than Weaver. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 100k on opener just means like 100k in the first 1 second. And I cannot think of a single fight in the game where it's huge to be able to do 100k in the first second. Are you doing a let's try it out for every DPS build or one for each profession? I literally just answered that question a second ago. Are you the same person that asked it a minute ago? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you asked it a minute ago, and I just spent like 5 minutes responding to it, and then you just asked it again. Muck, do you think Tempest is good? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Tempest can be played as a pure DPS, or as an Alack providing DPS, or as a Alack providing healer. Do I think it's fun? Yeah, it's fine. It's viable. It's not something I main just because of personal enjoyment, but it works, absolutely. I would say that among the Elementalist builds, like if you're learning Ellie, Tempest is probably the easiest one to pick up. Because it's like, a core Ellie is like, I can go one element at I have 4 elements, but I can go 1 at a time. Weaver is like, I have 4 elements, but I can go 2 at a time. Catalyst is like, I don't know what the I'm doing. And Tempest is like, I can go 1 at a time, harder. And that's it. It's really simple. So it's not that bad to play at all. Hi, Mike. Hi, chat. Are you enjoying the day? Yes, because I just finished the Weaver section. I am enjoying my day now. How harder? Yes. Doesn't Deimos take like increased damage in the first few seconds he shows up? I just remember RTBS often showing inflated numbers in the first few moments he shows up. On normal mode, Sol occasionally puts a buff on party on a debuff on Deimos that makes him take more damage, but that happens throughout the entire fight. How do I get these files? My Excel documents? You don't. You just take a screenshot if you want them. I was reading an email for work and I heard you say harder. To whom it may concern. Harder. What? Tempest. Try to walk on this week of late and have fun. You'll probably be able to play it better. Yeah. I have said many times, I'm not pro. I'm professionally casual. There's a huge difference. I've been playing the game a long time. That doesn't make me like pro. That's why I've really embraced the whole, I could be the guy to tell you what the first impression is. Because I can't get beyond that. I want to see you try Soul Beast to compare it to Untamed. From a theme standpoint, I dislike Soul Beast in PvE because you're merged with your pet almost 100% of the time, and then it's like, why am I even playing Ranger? In PvP, Soul Beast feels like what it was designed for. Because you're merging and unmerging constantly, it feels very fluid. In PvP, Soul Beast feels like the way it was meant to be played. In PvE, Soul Beast, you're just like merge, you forget you ever had a pet, and then you're playing a warrior. So just from personal enjoyment, it's not great. But I will try it out. I will try it out. What's the thought behind having that utility skill in the T keybind? Can't remember the name of that utility. I mean, these are just ERT. I just have these. That's just where I put my utilities. That one, Signet of the Wild, just gives ferocity. What makes you pro is you're playing for money. That ad revenue. Every time you guys get a Red Bull commercial, I get a penny. What's the thought? Let's see. Hold on. Has your 2 or 3 healers of boons and now DPS allowed you to find more low-intensity comps? I know players get a lot of hassle for playing LI, but they really do help us as easy reasons. So, Void, I make sure that I have at least one LI build for every base class on the Mukluk Labs website that is up to date. Any that are on this page that is linked in the chat are functional. Now, sometimes they have a small change. You should always check the pinned comments. Occasionally, if you look at one of these and you check the pinned comment, there will be a the note like, oh, hey, use this relic as of May 21st or something like that. But I do have one for each class there. If you need more beyond that, oh, hey, it's Winnie the Pooh. If you need more beyond that, there are a lot of other ones out there that are just not ones that I made. Can Untamed be a good range utility? Untamed is played mostly melee. You can use Untamed with like a longbow, but it is a significant damage decrease. For whatever reason, Sword Axe is the highest damage weapon set on Untamed. I have tested all of them. It's just the sword skills ever since they reworked Ranger's Sword like 6 months ago or whenever, hit like a truck, and then Axe 5 has always hit like a truck. So it's really all about enabling Sword Axe. And if I use like Hammer Sword Axe and then I swap to like Longbow Sword Axe, my damage drops by like 3 to 4k. It's pretty substantial. Have you tried Rifle Deadeye? No. I have not. No, I have not. I did, I think, what did I do? Staff Deadeye? One sec. I've got the Cat in the Hat hitting someone with a bat. Yeah, Staff. I did Staff Quickness Deadeye. Was this the one where I got like 30k immediately? Okay, hello YouTube. Hold on. Let's go ahead. Oh, I think I remember this one. There was a comment about this that was really funny. Let's see. Hold on, it had a timestamp in it. Freaking find it. I want to point out that here, Muck is doing 22k damage while talking, and he's clicking nothing in the game. Right here, 24k. And I'm literally just pointing at skills and talking, and he's autoing. And I was doing 24k. Alright? Compared this to me trying the Snow Crow's Weaver rotation, and I was getting 26k. and this gives quickness to the party. And this was without pressing buttons. All right? So, I mean, this is why I was just like, with Weaver, I wasn't just comparing it to itself. I was comparing it to the other options. And this is one of the other options. How high did I get on this one? I don't remember. Do I have the... that's Cold War Strike. That's not gonna help. Let me see. Oh, there's a 30k right there. But yeah, and again, this is a quickness providing build. They should make Ranger Longbow a little better. I know the range is the same and ends up not being used. It's used all the time. In PvP and World v World, it is used all the time. You probably mean in like PvE. Yeah, it's a friggin' sniper rifle in those other game modes. The build she said not to worry about, yeah. Sword Axe if you like doing DPS, Mace if you like doing DPS while alive, yeah. Yeah, my favorite build, here, someone asked me earlier about my way I've been playing Untamed. I'm happy to show that. Auto attacks are the way to go. All other skills are baits or lures. I really like Devil Mace Untamed. Yeah, let me show this. Hang on. Training here. Untamed is base mug, and you made me change to it as soon as you put sunglasses on. As soon as I put sunglasses? I know what you mean. Alright, let me show you something here. Let's see. Spawn a golem. Adjust. Add condies. All. Update.
A deadly raid squad is a happy raid squad.
Adjust self. Add
Practice your
boons.
skills using our
All.
state-of-the-art guns.
Alright. Okay. Now, right now, I just gave myself all boons for a really quick test. I'm going to show you guys something here. Alright? Okay, so that was 26k at the end there. This in a fight will get upwards of like 30k. This is providing 100% quickness to its team. Hold on, let me write this down so it just makes a better point here. Okay. No. All right, so this to its team is providing perma quickness, 10 plus stacks of might, some regen, some vigor, self-stability, self-barrier, AoE healing, some prot, has a 10-man revive available when needed. Always has projectile block in kit without swapping anything. All right. This is all the utility on this quickness providing DPS. This is the reason why I cannot imagine dreaming of like a team of Weavers. This is the kind of stuff they compete with. How do you get more damage in an actual fight than a target dummy? One, I didn't use food buffs or anything for this, and two, there are some buffs that people can give you that are not boons that I don't have right now. Got it. No other classes needed. Everyone play quickness Untamed? No, I'm just giving you an example. It's the bird that grabs someone. No, it's this. This does a 5-man revive, and then it gives boons, and then it does a 5-man revive. So if there's anyone left. Removing weapon swap, just the maces. How's that looking? How much of that do you lose? You really don't want to not weapon swap on Untamed. And I will try to show you very, very slowly to show you what's going on, okay? All right, here's the thing. Watch this. All right, pet attacks. Move the unleash to me. and then my next attack becomes an ambush. Boom, that's an ambush. That gives 10 stacks of might and quickness to the team, a ton of damage, and a ton of self-healing. You then rapidly weapon swap, and your next attack is also an ambush. That was that little flip there. So, let's say you're not weapon swapping. Every 10 seconds, I'm doing 2 ambushes. I'm doing ambush, swap, ambush. You're not weapon swapping. Every 10 seconds, you're doing 1 ambush. The results of that, your team has half the uptime of quickness, you're doing way less damage, way less self-healing, and you are doing less might uptime. If you really wanted to go maces, you could try doing like mace, like 4 maces, so that you swap from mace to mace so you could still double ambush. I don't know what the result of that would be, but I know it would be less, because the sword axe is your highest DPS set. So you'd be giving up your highest DPS set to have a second mace set, which would mostly be on cooldown. Because when you leave maces, everything's cooling down. When you're in sword axe, that's, you know, the maces stuff is, you know, getting ready again, and then you go back to maces. So it's not like you're going to double the amount of mace skills you get to use. It's going to be like you slightly increase the number of mace skills you get to use. Let's see. Can you do the ambush rotation again, please, for dummies? I think I got it, I think. What about main hand, mace main hand with mace offhand in the second swamp? Again, you know what? Muck it. I'll just do it for science. Hang on. If we're going to do this, though, one sec. Adjust self, remove boons. Add boons. 25 might. Fury. Utility. Alacrity. Okay. Wait, where's my boon table? Well, crap. My boon table's not working well. Okay. I have to fix this later. Let's see. All right. Okay, there we go. We'll see what happens. Long period of time there that all I could do was auto attack. Alright, so 22k is what I got. I think I still kept up 100% quickness uptime because I've still got 10 seconds left after the fight's over. But yeah, I would not recommend this. Again, there were long periods of time where I had nothing to press and I was just waiting, and you could be doing other things during that time. So, not something I'd recommend. Let's see. Force. Another thing about this, just again comparing to the Weaver, is that this has 20 to 1k and is constantly self-healing. And the Weaver had like 14k. Alright, so someone asked if I could show the rotation again. Yeah, sure, hang on. Alright. So, the main thing with this is, okay, most of the time you want Unleash on you, okay? So Unleash is on me. You could tell because the green hue and my pet's abilities are normal. Every 10 seconds, you want to move the Unleash to your pet, use all of its skills, move the Unleash back to you, ambush, weapon swap, ambush. Okay? I will write that down. Every 10 seconds, when weapon swap is lit up, Unleash pet, pet skills, Unleash self, ambush, weapon swap, ambush. That's the sequence. In between those 10-second periods, so I'm gonna do it again. When I'm on maces, I just mash everything, but I prioritize the 5 first. Because when you use all the mace skills, the 5 comes back up. Look, I just got to use it twice in a row. And when you're in sword skills, I think you do 3, 2, 4, 5 on sword axe to get the most damage. Because sword, the 3 does, what is it? This does more damage to disabled foes, and this disables foes. So you do 3, 2, and then 4, 5. 5 is just the big channel. Someone has to explain the rotation? Yeah. Someone asked me to explain it, and I wasn't doing anything. I know his building gear for this one's on there, points to the links to the build command. Yeah. Ranger needs a pit bull pet? I don't think it does. We've already got a lot of dogs in the game. Let's see. All right, what did I have? I don't remember what axe I had for this. You can try 1 axe offhand mace to keep axe skills, but I have 2 mace ambushes.
A deadly raid squad is a happy raid squad.
1 axe offhand mace keep mace. I
I
mean, it's not that the mace ambush is like super amazing. The mace ambush is that bottom box. Like, it does 3,900 damage and 3,500 life siphon. The sword one does 4k damage and 3,500 life siphon. It also removes wounds. And it's also a CC. Like, the mace ambush isn't exceptional. It just kind of is there. But the point is that by doing ambushes, you generate the quickness and might for your team. Boon Chrono's also been quite sustaining, but relies on active defense like blocks and invulns. Yeah. You said self-barrier isn't it AoE? No. I can prove that right now. So, Thistleguard, I have barrier. Pet has no barrier. It's not AoE. Thistleguard is self-only. Thistleguard is very powerful. Thistleguard does damage around you. It does barrier on you. It helps get the mace buff stacked up. It gives you 1 second of stability. That doesn't seem like much, but if you're just like, okay, it's time to mash all my mace skills, and the boss is about to do a huge CC, you can just line up the 4 with the CC, and you don't have to stop attacking. And it also cures conditions on you. I have been wanting to do a... Hold on a sec. If I'm going to do a video on this, I need Boon Table to be working. Let's just do this for a second. Why was Boon Table not working? It says I have it installed. Now it says there's an error. Awesome. Let me just try relaunching my game and see if it works. New player here just got ascended, kind of intimidated by Leggy gear. Is that a scary grind as I like to hear? Reno, don't think of it as scary, just think of it as like it does take a lot of time. It's a time investment, right? If it is a long-term project, if it is something you want to work on, just do like a little piece of it each day. And eventually you get some done. All right? It's not a big thing, but it does take a bit of time. Why? What is going on with Boon Table? Hold on, do I need to uninstall it and reinstall it? 1 sec. Okay, first off, try to update. What's it complaining about? C, program files, Guild Wars 2, bin 64, CEF, DXGIDLL. Okay, delete that. All right, try it again. And update. I don't know if it worked or not. All right, trying to launch the game again. Windows says hi, by the way. All right, logging back into Guild Wars. All right. What did it say? Someone said Shift Alt B. What? No, that's not doing anything. Hey. Ship is peeking in the room. Why is this not working? I don't know. I guess I can do it without it. Muck in front of a green screen, the moon landing wasn't real, confirmed. You believe in the moon? Hang on. Let me see if he'll be seen.
I didn't see you there.
Flop. We have a landing. So much cat hair. Okay. Nice carpet. Thank you. It matches the drapes. Earth is a donut and the moon is just the other side of the donut. Alright. It has been on my to-do list to do a video on this because it's one of my favorite builds. I need to get a little footage of it in action. Maybe I'll do strike missions with it. Can Ascended Gear be transferred between characters? Yep. Just put it in your bank and then you can retrieve it on another character. Almost everything in the game can be used between characters. There's very few items in the game that are character locked. I don't like carpets because my cat likes to eat things she shouldn't and then puke on them. I don't like puke. Chip has a sensitive stomach and he occasionally gets sick and stuff. So I know how it is. Gonna be 93 degrees today. Laughs in air conditioning. Next thing we'll say, chat will say the Earth isn't flat. Well, the Earth is mostly water, and the water is not a carbonated beverage. It is a flat drink. So technically the Earth is flat. Alright. Would anyone on EU be interested in doing strike missions? I will be your quickness providing bonk bonk DPS. Daily strikes. The ocean has tons of carbonic acid. Oh wow. Next time I drink the ocean, I'll remember that. When I do Shift-Alt-B, my boons appear and disappear. Not sure why yours does not do it. No clue. Usually, I have a button for boon table, like, right here, and it's not there. I think the plugin's not installed correctly, but I don't know why. Yeah, this is weird. Okay. Oh, we're here. Alright. Let's see what we got. Quick deal, DPS, Urlak. Alright, Emni says they can Alak heal, so I'll put them with me. Eonwi can quick heal. And Vithika says they can Alak. Alright, so that'll be the roles for the supports, and everyone else in group 1 will be pure damage. And let me see, I need to turn the filter off. Daily strikes, Temple of Phoebe, and Old Lion's Court. Oh boy, Old Lion's Court. What a great one for showing off how this works. Muck, how do you pronounce GW2? GV2? GV2. Is Guild Wars 2 or GW2? What do you mean GV2? Guild Wars? power food. Thank you. Killed the virus. What's the new gem store thingy? I have no idea. Oh my god, it's another boat. Hold on a sec. I am sending pictures to Flute right now, because I know she's at work, and it'll drive her crazy. And that's what I'm all about. To Float Girl. Sent. Alright, my job is done. Okay. Let's divide up these DPS. Okay. Let's see who is ready to go. Vault points. Oh my god. I never remember this. Here we go. Sarah, I'm coming for you. Alright. Ambush. Weapon swap. Ambush. 3, 2, 4, 5. Standing in the green. Ambush. Weapon swap. Ambush. 5, 3, 2, 4, 5. Someone's got the clone thing. Stock up the greens.
Suffocate!
Your stream title said Weaver? Yeah, we were doing Weaver for the first hour and a half. I've put it back on ice. If you want to see that, just rewind the stream. No, my boons! Oh my god. Got stuck in the beam. He weaved my kneecaps. I couldn't move.
Do not look away.
CC time. Okay. Ugh. Nice. Alright, so on that, I was able to do 22k, and the top person was, I think, a 20 or 29k vert. And I was doing quickness to the group. Give me the book. Flute, go to work. You're supposed to be at your work right now, Flute. I have today off. Oh my gosh. She's gonna be float girl all day. Alright. Let's see. Next is Arborstone. I am very behind on some of these. Oh, chat. You know what I hooked back up today? Ah! I had to unplug the software for this because it didn't play nice with Ghost of Tsushima. But we just finished Ghost of Tsushima. So now it's back. Oh boy. Float girl, as in I'm going to float in the pool. In a boat. Hey Mug, did you ever see a Joe Cat video? Yes. Yes, my very first get to the point raid guide is Cairn. And at the end of it, I said, now you know how to fight Cairn, you're welcome. Click these links. And then at the bottom of the screen, in text, it says, yes, I do watch Joe Cat. Yes. Alright. Time for the raid chart. Wooden potatoes, is that you? No, I am spongy potatoes. Now, these are professionals that are not going to CC and kill us. Excellent. No, I was bonking. Get back here. We interrupt green on the first one, in case anyone doesn't know. I guess I should pull him. Oh, nope, 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 the other way. As soon as the green one spawned. Alright, pulling to the edge.
Hi Muck. Hi chat.
Trying to pull it to the edge, because I ended up with a marker, was a significant loss to DPS and quickness. Rip. I am getting to attack a very small amount of the time. Oh, this is going to... Oh, nice, it just wore off. Red on this one. Does the TTS not work? It does work. Unless you say something naughty. How long have I been a potato? Also, hi Tommy, thank you for the resub. Welcome. Oh god. I have AoE res after this. I'm getting the ones by the wall. Ink. Oh, Untamed things! Yes! Guys, that last button click I did was more utility than the entire Weaver class. Interrupt blue. What could stop elementalists are already in downstate? Then they're already doing the most damage they have to give. I'm gonna try something really dumb here. Wow. Perilous Gift lasts just long enough that I could just stand inside the entire green blender. Today I learned. Don't really recommend it, but you can. I got back up to 5th place. I'm kind of tied for 3rd. There was like the first half of the fight, I was having to spend so much time running around. Quickness uptime suffered. The double res for 7 was sick. I'm pretty sure I got 3 because the bodies were spread out. I'm pretty sure I got 3 of them, and then other people got the others because they weren't all in a stack. But yeah, it does res 10 people if they're within this circle. Look, what's the answer to the question in the title? I was wrong about how Weave Self worked. I was still right about my overall analysis. I still don't like it. I res the other 3. You res the other. I Garish Pillar got 4 people. You res the other 3. There you go. The Scourge got the others. Hey. Ship is back. Where do I need to go? Oh, Eye of the North. I'm spacing out right here. I'm spacing out. Hey, come here. Watch out. He is under the desk, laying on my wizard hat right now. Okay. Sure Pigs pass. I don't know if this will reach him or not. I will make an attempt. I guess he uses butt. That's it. That's all the camera cord can reach. Alright, what is your favorite oldies song? I don't know if I have a favorite oldies song. Santa Spud. Okay. I reckon Weaver needs more utility. Catalyst needs total redesign from scratch. Ellie needs remastered, followed up. What hates dogs? I had dogs a lot growing up. I loved dogs growing up. As an adult, I like being a cat household. Cat, like, dude, cats come out of the factory able to do most of their own bathing and also potty trained. Do you know how incredible that is? That's their factory default settings. That is crazy. That is amazing. Bathing and potty training done day 1. Oh my god. They also got the factory to apply your mind. No, dude, I like that the cat and I can just chill. Like, we can be in separate rooms and we're fine, or we can be in the same room hanging out together, we're fine. Yeah, dogs, you could have like a 150-pound dog and you're sitting on a sofa and he still thinks he's a lap dog and he's trying to climb all over you and you're just like, oh my god. Or it's like, you know, UPS guy comes and the dog like breaks through the glass on the front door to get outside. It's just like, ugh. It's too high. I'm an old man now. That's too much energy. I can't deal with that. Like, it's like unfortunate. There is family that I dislike going to visit them because they've got dogs that are just going crazy the whole time. And I like them, the people, but the dogs make me want to not go back. It's just too much. Did my 1 second stability there right when he did the swipe, so it didn't knock me. GG.
Sounds like that worked out okay.
My preferred type of dog is small and chill dog, which is basically a cat. Most small dogs are psychopaths. Dogs are like kids, mine are awesome, other people too. No, like I said, I grew up with dogs. We had a golden retriever, and then we had a black lab, and then a golden lab later on. And so I grew up with dogs of that nature. And I was cool, dude. I loved them. They were fantastic. Just as an adult, I don't desire to have to like wake up and leash my dog and take him on a walk and take him out to like go to the bathroom, and depending on where you live, might have to pick up the poop with a bag and stuff. Like I don't miss any of that. Don't miss any of that. Bears. Cats vomit everywhere, destroy things, and cat is everywhere. Okay, first of all, Chip destroys nothing. He, as far as vomit everywhere, very rarely. I would say my dogs got, like, had accidents as much as my cat does. And my cat, it's usually just like, because he has a sensitive stomach. He actually has a condition. As far as, so my cat doesn't destroy things. Cat hair everywhere, not nearly as much as when I had a dog. Like, dogs shed way, like, again, I had labs and retrievers, which were bigger dogs. They shed so much more than having a cat does. I shed as much as my cat. I like how your username is I have a cat. I have a cat says I shed as much as a cat.
All will be preserved, dreamer. Guide the arrows, my claw.
My voice. We dream together.
Whee! Challenge mode. Boop. Okay. That one's done. I think with enough stimulation, cats usually are pretty chill. Don't love the litter box though. If I am choosing, again, because we were talking about cats versus dogs, if I have to choose, like, empty the litter box once a day, or multiple times a day, I have to, like, leash my dog and take him outside so that he can, like, use the bathroom or something like that, I'll choose the litter box. Like, I remember times, like, I have a day I want to sleep in, but it's like, oh man, if I don't get out of soon, my dog's gonna freaking pee in the house, stuff like that. What do we just do? Oh, we got Frenier next. I'm on Capulated Father's Day. Thank you, Cloner. That's why you get rabbits. I don't know much about rabbits. I know people with like, is it hamsters or gerbils that if you just like look at them wrong, they die? I know a lot of stories about those. I don't know much about rabbit ownership. That's hamsters? Okay. You don't need to be with your dog. Open the door and let him do his business. If you have a fenced-in yard, sure.
Dream with me.
I don't.
It's time to sleep beneath the stars.
Not all cats know how to use a litter box. Okay. I will say most have that instinct. Maybe not all. Oh, no stability. You can teach cats to poop in the toilet. Yeah, it's funny. When we got Chip, I told my wife, I was like, yeah, I've heard that you could do this. We're going to teach her how to poop in the toilet. And then, like, I just never got around to doing that. So we just emptied the litter box.
Fuss eat chicken cordon bleu.
Yo, I haven't had chicken cordon bleu in ages. That sounds great.
You fought so hard, but your long day has ended.
No. I was trapped in the Sword 3 animation. Also, you lazy butts, it's good for you to walk with your dog a couple minutes a day. Dogs don't want to go out for a couple of minutes. They want to go out for an hour or two. Do you have a favorite South Park episode? I haven't watched South Park in years. As an ex-WoW player, I remember greatly enjoying the WoW episode. Question, how do you make the bears have a break bar? In IBS 5, I never see them have it open. The bears? The bear, I don't think the bears get a break bar. What are you talking about? Franier gets a break bar, which is who we just fought. Hey, Mug, back from hell. Hi, Heisen. You went to Ohio? I am also back from hell. I tried Weaver.
Good hunting.
I went to hometown for 5 days without PC. What? That's crazy. The bears can get a break bar, but it's rare. It happens late in the fight, and they die usually long before it. Oh, I don't even remember that. I guess you gotta drag the fight out. I hate when you're doing some huge attack and it launches you in the sky and the attack just whiffs in the air above the enemy. My X5 got interrupted. No! Ow! Mark, is the Necro summoning minions bug still a thing? You're gonna have to be more specific. I'm not sure if I know of the bug that you're describing. I was scared. I was casting Spirit of Nature, and then I saw you did that. I'll Spirit the other two. Got him. I saved them so that they could join in the last 1 second of the fight. That moment when you start to, like, Signet Res someone and then suddenly their body moves and you're like, cancel, cancel! I don't know. Time to skin some bones. Look, who's your favorite Elder Dragon and why? Alright. The Zaitan fight was awful. But Zaitan just as an enemy, I really liked it. I think Zaitan's the creativity for how they made Zaitan, he looked amazing. And his whole thing was basically, I'm a flying zombie apocalypse. Like, dude, he had like little dragon snake things coming out of his mouth. I thought Zaitan was such a cool, like, enemy in the story. I don't like how they ended it, you know, with the whole, like, just hold down the one button. But Zaitan as, like, a foe, I thought was awesome. Bone Scanner. Mordremoth was pretty cool, too. The fact that, like, the whole jungle was him. I mean, I can't really think of a dragon. Like, I can think of, like, moments where, like, you know, they did Primordus and Jormag dirty at the end, right? But I can't think of just, like, oh, man, I just don't like this dragon. I mean, Oreen, maybe? I don't really like Oreen. Oreen is too much of a chosen one for my taste. I've never seen the location text on your screen. Is that an add-on? It is! You have a very good eye. That is called Regions of Tyria. It is a module for Blish HUD. Exclamation Blish if you want it to... It's just a fun thing you can add on to your game. She cute in baby form? There's lots of babies that are cute until they wake up. Usually on airplanes. I can do Spirit of Nature, but I don't want to waste it if the Necro has this under control. Speaking of Necros, do we have any Spectral Grasp enjoyers? Ooh. Bro, what? How am I top damage? Noxxi, that's it. We're using that clip only. That's the only clip we're using, this one. Not all the others where the Virtuosos trumped me. GG. Why is Bone Skinner damage too high? Because of the special action key. You beat on the pylon before the fight, and you get a buff that you don't normally have. And the buff gives you a laser beam, and the laser hits for 100,000 damage. That's why. In addition to that, you have an incredibly high amount of uptime on the boss. Like, a very high percentage of the fight, you're able to hit the boss. Whereas many other bosses, like Freynier, there are large chunks of time where he's invulnerable and you can't attack him. Necros, when they see Muck's Untamed build, they're taking our jobs. No. Like, for example, the Spirit of Nature is awesome. But it takes time to... Watch the animation here, I'll show you. Watch it, so I cast, it appears, it slams, alright? That takes a few seconds. That is not fast enough to save someone who stands in a Bone Skinner puddle. They will die. So the Necro was saving a lot of people, and like I can only do that once per Bone Skinner fight. So I was saving it for if Scrit hit the fan. But it was constantly like 1 or 2 people were down, so I was letting the Necro handle it and not wasting the cooldown, because I could only do it once. But this is a 10-man res. So I was saving it for if the Necro lost control. Okay. Alright, to my group. Thank you guys for the strikes. Appreciate you. I'm gonna step out now. Alright. Okay. Let's go back to the Aerodrome. Where is it? Where is it? Look up the Dweller in Darkness and tell me that isn't based on Zaitan. What franchise? Dweller in Darkness. All I found was like Hot Cthulhu. Yeah, I don't think that's based on Zaitan. Alright. I just don't like that Zaitan seemed to be a play off Zoltan and Dude, Where's My Car? Zoltan! Hot Cthulhu. What's the first elite spec I should on Ranger? I should on Ranger. The first elite spec you should on Ranger. I don't know. I mean, basically, if you want to play support, then Druid. If you want to... There is a Condi Druid build, but it's mostly a support. You could also... Untamed is the only one where you're DPS and you're actually still using your pet. If you want to merge with the pet and not have to worry about the pet at all, then Soul Beast.
Use the console to begin combat testing. If you have any inquiries, come speak to me.
You shoulding all over yourself. I have to read that very carefully. Have a nice stream. I'm off to play Hogwarts Legacy. See ya, Nathan. Alright, spawn a golem. Average, add options, add condis, all of them, spawn. Alright. Adjust self, add boons, offensive might and fury has to. Fury, might, 25, Return. Utility. Let's see. Alack, regen, swiftness, vigor. Oh, wait, I need prot too for this. Alright, adjust self. Adjust environment. No, wait, adjust self. Add boons. I wish you could just save a loadout on this, I really do. Prot. Alright. Adjust, environment. Toggle pulsing damage on. We'll do, I wanna, hold on, I'm gonna test moderate. Can I heal through moderate? Again, this is a DPS build. Yeah, it seems like this DPS build can heal through the moderate agony field while providing all its boons and doing its DPS. I haven't even used my heal skill yet. Okay. Yep, it can. Alright. I didn't even use my heal there. Okay, so remove column, respawn. Alright. Chat, I'm gonna try something I haven't done before. I'm gonna do an kind of off-the-cuff guide, and I just kind of want to see how it turns out. Because, like, if I'm able to do this well, I'm gonna get that done. You're gonna go outside. Hey, I take the trash out once a week to Manson. Also, check my mail. If I'm able to do this, it would save a lot of time with script writing, but I want to see if I'm happy to see how it comes out, or if I'm unhappy with it. First off, I'm not going to write a whole script, but we should at least get the main bullet points. So I've got this right here. Alright. Main rotation. Okay. We'll do this here. Alright. Mute the notifications. Okay. Alright, hello gamers, Mukluk here, and today I am trying something a little different. I am going to try to teach you, for those who are interested, how to play one of my favorite builds. Not too long ago, during the Is It Worth It series, no, sorry, wrong series. I did, oh, wait, hold it, scratch. Noxxi, throw all this out. What's up?
Sorry, bad timing.
Yeah, you're 15 minutes early.
Fried rice.
I will allow 15 minutes early for fried rice, thank you.
There should be enough soy sauce in there, so.
There should be.
Yeah.
There should be. Okay, thank you. She came, I wasn't expecting that, chat. She was off schedule. All right. Wife joining the YouTube video? Yeah, photo bombing. Oh my god, that was molten. Ah! Okay. Well, you know what? That can cool off while we're doing this. Okay. Let's try this again. Alright. Alright, hello gamers, Mukluk here, and today we are going to try something new. Recently, during the I Tried series, when I tried all the boon-providing DPS in Guild Wars 2, found a couple that I really enjoyed playing that I had never really messed with before. One was the quickness-providing Untamed. However... God damn it.
SM Fox gifted a tier 1 sub to Flashy Flu. They have given 71 gift subs in the channel.
I paused the others. What did I say? To Manson, when you said pause those things, you had done a patron sound. I can't pause those. I have no power there. This was not a patron sound. Alright. I don't want to edit that, so we're just going to redo it a third time. I've stopped the alerts. Hey gamers, Mukluk here, and today we're going to try something a little new. We recently, during the I Tried series, tried all of the boon providing DPS in Guild Wars 2. That also includes the quickness providing Untamed, which was one that I really fell in love with playing. There was quite a few others I really enjoyed as well, but this was one that I really zeroed in on because of the sheer amount of utility it brings while doing damage. I love being useful, which is why I hate playing Weaver. Now let's get back to the Untamed. Why do I really like this? Now, what I have here is a golem that has all the normal condies on it, and I've got me with all the normal boons on me, except for quickness. So I am providing the quickness, among other things as well. So first off, a demonstration of how this works. You'll notice there is a damage field active. I'll come back to that. So, and then we're going to ambush, weapon swap, ambush, 3, 2, put down a frost field, axe 4, axe 5, in the frost field, do this, we're going to do some more attacks, 2, 3, and unleash, unleash, ambush, weapon swap, ambush, use the 5, 3, 2, that resets the cooldown of the 5, 5 again, 3, and just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, and unleash, unleash self, ambush, weapon swap, ambush, we're back to full life, 3, 2, 4, 5, I should have done the frost field before I did that, slight mistake there, and okay. All right, you notice quickness is up, we're staying alive. I haven't even used my heal skill yet. We were doing about 27k before I paused. Now, that was not a weak damage field. That was actually a moderate one. That was the moderate damage field, the medium one. The one I usually use for testing healers. That's pretty crazy. What does this build do, and then how do you play it? First off, this build, as you saw, can do about 27k DPS. Do a little bit more depending on the fight. It is providing quickness to the group. It is a boon DPS, not a pure DPS, so that's actually not bad. In addition to that, it's providing a few other things. It is providing 10 stacks of might to its party. It is helping keep regen on the party. It is helping keep vigor on the party. It is helping keep protection on the party. It gives itself stability constantly. It gives itself barrier pretty often. It does AoE healing constantly. It has a projectile block in the kit without having to change anything. And it has a 10-man revive when needed. Yes, 10, not 5. That is a gross amount of utility, okay? That is a lot of stuff. Now, how do you play it? Now, for the sake of showing how to play it, I am going to turn off the damage field. Now, what do? I'm going to break this down so that if you want to play this, you can play it. I love this in open world. I love this in groups when I'm the quickness DPS. It is very sturdy. It has a lot of health, 21k. It has the constant self-healing, which I just demonstrated with the agony field. Has many boons, respectable damage, and gross utility on top of that. All right, now, how do you play this, okay? If you want to play this the way that I do, which, again, if I got to do a disclaimer, this is not the top damage way of playing it in the game. If you want that, go to like Snow Crows or something. This is, I took one of their builds and I tweaked it until I was happy with it and I felt like a Swiss Army knife. All right, I'm in full Berserker gear with Rune of the Fireworks. We got Relic of the Thief. We got Mace with Force Impact, Sword Axe with Force Impact. Now, we start the fight like this. I got maces in hand and the pet is unleashed, all right? We started, I'm gonna do this slowly just to demonstrate. Use all the pet skills, just slam all of them. Move unleash back to you, hit the 1 button, and it does an ambush. Weapon swap, you'll do an ambush again. That sequence happens every time the weapon swap lights up, okay? So, that is the wrong thing. Noxxi, cut that part out. Oh, I've already got that written down. I don't need to. All right. So once again, when the weapon swap is lit up, you unleash the pet, use the pet skills, unleash self, ambush, which is, that's the 1 key if you're really new. Ambush, weapon swap, ambush. That's it. So every 10 seconds, unleash pet, use its skills, unleash self, ambush, weapon swap, ambush. I didn't have my target there, which is why I flew through him. Little misclick there by me. Ambush is just the 1 key right after you do that. Now, once you've mastered that, you are providing the 10 stacks of might and permanent quickness to your team, because the Untamed provides quickness to the party by doing ambushes, okay? So once you've mastered pet skills, unleash, ambush, weapon swap, ambush, you're keeping up your boons. That's your main job. In between those, what do? If you're in the sword axe set and you're during that in-between phase, you do 3, 2, 4, drop the frost trap, 5. Okay? If you are in the other weapon set, so I'm gonna do. You just mash all of these, but prioritize the 5. So if I do 5, and look, it's up again, 5. So whatever, okay, for anyone who doesn't know Ranger, when they got maces, they came with this interesting passive system. Every 5 mace skills will reset the cooldown on the whole bar. So whatever one you hit first, you're going to often get to do again. So you prioritize that one. The 5 is 200 CC and your top damaging move. So whether it's a CC moment or a damaging moment, you usually prioritize the 5. But what often happens when you are, doing this is you'll get to do like 5, 3, 2, 4, and look, everything but the 4 came back up. 5 again, 3, 2, and then you go back to the other weapon. Okay? And then ambush, weapon swap, ambush. So when you're in maces, you'll often get to use 2 through 5 and then 2 through 5 again, or most of them. And that's really, really awesome because the maces have most of the utility. The 5 has 200 CC. The 3 has 250 CC, so that's 450. You get to do that twice. So that's 900 CC whenever you swap to maces in that part of the rotation. Your 4 gives you 1 second of stability. That's not much, but when you have the freedom to do these skills in any order and the boss is doing a knockdown, you can line up your 4 to block the knockdown with the 1 second of stability. If you're not skilled enough to do that, you can just hit it and it gives you barrier, there's barrier, and it does damage around you, okay? The 3 is what contributes to protection on the party, and it does 250 CC and some damage. The 2 contributes to healing on the party, throws in some regen as well. I will add though, for those who don't know, the way regen works is if there is a regen with low healing power and a regen with high healing power, the high one jumps in front of the low one. So in a real group situation, the regen from this will almost never tick because the stronger one from the healer will overwrite yours. But when you're solo in open world, this would be ticking the whole time on you and your pet. So, yeah, you prioritize this, use these in whatever order you want. I usually go 5, 3, and then 2 and 4 based on what I'm feeling like, and then 5, 3 again, because 5 and 3 are the ones that do the most damage. So, again, to rehash, if we're fighting this thing, the rotation is pet skills, unleash self, ambush, weapon swap, ambush. I happen to be in sword axe, so I'm going to do 3, 2, frost trap, 4, 5, and it combos with the trap. And then I'll just do like 2, 3 again, unleash self, unleash pet, unleash self, ambush, weapon swap, ambush, and then I'm on maces. So I'll just do 5, 3, 5 reset, 5 again, 2, 4, I've got an extra 2 seconds, I'll throw the storm spirit. And then unleash pet, unleash self, ambush, weapon swap, ambush. We're on sword axe again, 3, 2, 4, frost trap, 5. Just do the frost trap before the 5. Okay? And then I can hit 2, 3. While the 3's going, I can unleash pet, unleash self. And 5, 3, 2, 4, 5 is it up again. 3, 2, and then move the other. And there you go. That's the rotation. That's it. Now, a couple of quick notes. I typically pair the frost trap with the Axe 5 because the Axe 5 will make a combo with the frost trap. Storm Spirit, because of the, Nature's Vengeance, this will make it so that you do 2 slams per spirit. So for example, I'm going to put my pet on passive here. If I throw the Storm Spirit, it will do a slam, and it will do a shake, and then it will do another slam. All right? Now, that means that whatever's on this tooltip, it's actually going to do double that. So I'm going to leave combat here just to show you the full tooltip. You notice it does 200 CC on that bottom box. So it actually just does 400. But it takes a second for that second hit. It'll do 200, pause, 200. So if you know that an enemy break bar is coming up and your mace skills are on cooldown, like maybe you just swapped a sword axe, you could throw Storm Spirit, and you still got 400 CC in the back pocket. Additionally, you know, the Axe 4 is a CC, and the Sword Ambush is a minor CC. It's like 100 CC. It's like Weaver CC. It's pretty bad. But it is there, okay? While talking about Double Slam, the Spirit of Nature. This revives 5 people. But we've got the trait to double the slams. So it'll do a shake, and then it will do another slam. This can revive up to 10 people. It is a 2-minute cooldown at the time of recording this. They have said in an upcoming patch they're changing it to 90 seconds. This means you are a DPS providing boons that can sometimes stand in fire because you have self-barrier, self-stability, and self-healing. For those that, if I didn't touch on it earlier, every time you do an ambush, it also does Life Siphon. Every time you land an ambush attack, which you're doing twice per 10 seconds, you do a large self-heal, okay? In addition to all of that, high health, self-stability, self-barrier, self-healing, some AoE healing from Flourish, you've also got a 10-man res if you need it. Now, 10-man res with a slight cast time. A couple of notes about that. Bone Skinner, if someone is dead in a down state in a puddle and you got 1 second to pull them out of it, this will not res them in time. Most situations, Noxxi, there's a clip earlier from the Old Lion's Court strike mission during this stream where I res like 3 people that went down in the corner. Most situations, if you have a group going down and you're playing this correctly, you can be one of the last people standing and save the group. Now, not all, you know, there's certain things that just pop you and there's nothing that can be done about that. But it is so amazing having a 10-man res in your back pocket, and it doesn't even really cost you any damage. Because what are the other options? Entangle, that's Condi. Forest Fortification, that doesn't really do much with this build. Strength of the Pack gives you boons that you've already got, so that doesn't give you any damage increase in this situation. So you have got a lot of things going on here. For anyone who's not already an Untamed player, I mentioned the projectile block. We're basically, I'm going to have just the pet attack right now, okay? The pet F1 actually is a blind, and it also teleports your pet to the target. So if your pet's not at the target, you're doing this every 10 seconds. This gets your pet back on the target, so that's nice. The F2 turns boons into conditions. You've got Boon Corrupt. I forgot to freaking mention that. You can corrupt boons too. The F3 does pulsing damage and projectile block. You basically hit this off cooldown. It's also a poison field. But if the enemy is one that does bullets, like Dagda in Cosmic Observatory, you can save this for when you need to cancel out all their bullets. If the Unleash is on you, because that's kind of your default state as the Unleash is on you, you just hit like Unleash F3. You can do that while doing other things, right? So like I could be channeling this and Unleash F3 and it doesn't stop the channel. Like you can still do that. So that is really nice. You don't have to, like, for example, Guardian has an exceptional ability to do a bunch of bubbles, so feedback on Mesmer, for example, but they might have to swap out a utility skill down here for that. You don't on this build. So, in addition to all of the utility I already mentioned there, you have Boon Corrupt as well. So that is another thing. Another thing, you have Invulnerability. You have an invulnerability. There was a clip I used when we were doing the video where I first tried Quickness Untamed. There was a clip we used during that one. And just to show that, I'm going to turn this on extremely threatening. When you use this heal skill, you're basically invuln for 3 seconds, except for moves that guaranteed kill you. So if you watch, I'm going to stand in this. I'm going to use the heal skill, and if you watch my health here, it stops dropping for 3 seconds. See all those red zeros? So you can invuln certain things instead of responding to them. You know, in the Lonely Tower Fractal, when he does the blender move, you can just stand in it and keep hitting him. You know, on the Old Lion's Court strike mission, that is in today's footage, Noxxi. When the green robot pulls you in and does the blender, you could just stand in it and keep hitting it. You could just use that skill. If the group messes up and Deimos is about to blow up the whole raid, you could just use this, survive the one-hit kill mechanic, and then AoE res the whole raid with a 10-man res. So there's There's a lot. I love this build. I love being useful, and this thing is a Swiss Army knife, and it also very rarely has that feeling where I just got locked out of what I need to do that I have on Revenant. You know, Revenant is a Swiss Army knife, but it's like, oh, I just changed from Chalice to this, and now we have stability. Muck me, I guess, you know, because there's that I can be in the wrong legend if I didn't plan well enough. That's not really a thing with this. Yes, your maces have more CC, but if you get caught in Sword Axe, you still have got access to 650 CC. Right? Between the Storm Spirit and the Ambush and the 4. You know, the maces have 900 here, but, you know, there's never really a feeling of like, oh man, I'm in the wrong mode. Unleash has no cooldown, as a 1 second cooldown, moving it between you and your pet, so if you're ever in the wrong thing between the two of you, it's easily corrected. Yeah, I think that's it. So once again, I didn't even show it. I've got the Gazelle. If you need backup CC, we've got a goat on standby. You know, he's got 432 as well, so there's even more. Anyway, yeah, you've got standby goat if you need it. I pretty much never do that. I don't like builds that force you to pet swap on cooldown. The reason is every time you pet swap, your pet loses all of their boons. For that, I'm in Tiger 99% of the time, but if you really need an extra CC right now, you can have a goat on standby. This is the build. Those are the pets. Once again, it is full Berserker, Force Impact on both weapons, Mace, Sword, Axe, and Ruin of the Fireworks and Relic of the Thief. That's it. That is my favorite DPS to play right now. I think I am pretty good at it. Again, I learned the proper way, and then I started testing other weapon sets. The damage output of this is slightly lower than what you would do if you were playing like the Snowcrow's Quickness Untamed. But holy scrit, it can do a lot. It's perfect for open world, and it's perfect for groups as well. And yeah, maybe some of you will enjoy it. All right, there we go. There we go. Chat, that's my attempt to do an off-the-cuff guide. Do you think I covered all the bases? I talked about the gear stats. I talked about how to play it. I talked about utility. I never even I've literally never pressed this button. Signet of the Wild, you never press that button. Notifications. Oh boy, what did you guys do? All right, unpause it. Okay, it's fine. There's no queue. I was afraid. There's been times where I unpaused it and there was like 45 things in the queue. If nothing else, it gives Noxxi a ton of applicable B-roll. Yeah. Only thing I'd mention is Entangle is good for worse than Samrock. Well, yeah, there will always be fights where, like, swapping out a skill is good. Yeah, you're all right.
SM Fox gifted a tier 1 sub to 1,337 core. They have given 72 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Fox. What runes were on the armor again? I'm using Fireworks. The little bit of boon duration there makes it very comfy for keeping quickness and might up. Okay. Notifications work now? Yes, they do. Alright. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I can't wait until see how spears shake the meta builds. Oh boy. New series. I tried this class with Pointy Stick. That'll be the new one after Janther. Didn't mention food. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just power. So it's just power food. I can like pin a comment under the video. For anyone interested, you know, you guys, I've been bashing on Weaver so much lately. Let me show you guys the thumbnail for tomorrow's video. This is the Dragon Hunter F3. What do you think? You think Snowcrows will like it? The Weaver thumbnail was already pretty good. If those Weavers weren't face down on the ground, they'd be very upset reading that. The freaking, was it the King of the Hill meme? If those Weavers were alive right now, they'd be very upset. They're very good. My wife made normal white rice the other night, Jeff, and she apparently just fried some of it, and she mixed in scrambled egg. So I've got egg fried rice right now. I don't know what suddenly gotten into her with egg fried rice, but I'm all for it. I love fried rice. Like, if you're like, Muck, I will buy you dinner. Where are you going? Like the most expensive place you want. Like, Chad, I've been to Ruth's Chris. I've been to like fancy steakhouses before. They're good. I'm gonna pick hibachi. If you're like, Muck, you can literally eat anywhere you want and I'll pay for it, I'm gonna pick hibachi. I love freaking fried rice and hibachi food. And like fried rice with like some little diced carrots in it and peas, like all that's great. The best ingredient though, in my opinion, is like scrambled egg. Scrambled egg mixed in. Can you slap a longbow on the build and replace sword axe with it? It is a significant DPS loss if you do that. Does it function? Yes. Any weapons, any two weapons, as long as you're doing the ambush sequence, you will get the quickness and might uptime, which is your primary job done. The maces provide a lot of the other utility. The sword axe is simply the highest damage thing. I have tried it with sword axe. I've tried it with hammer. I've tried it with axe. I've tried it with like mace axe. I've tried it with axe mace. I've tried it with dagger. I've tried it with longbow. Longbow was the lowest damage one. It is range, but it's the lowest damage one. Did you see the Ellie Spear preview from that shaman? Yes. Hang on. It's funny though. Let's see. Elementalist Spear Leak.
Help! Here!
Yeah, I've seen it before, but it's very...
Help! Here!
That's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole video. Jesus Ranger is so broken. Have you met Guardian? I mean, if you want to talk broken, there's currently a bug with Virtuoso, and because Virtuoso is the only DPS allowed in CM Ceres runs, everybody, like, across the whole game, the CM Ceres attempts have all come to a screeching halt, because Virtuoso has a glitch right now. Have you looked at any of the 0 APM builds like Hammer Guardian or Unload Thief? No. I have not. What skill does Jesus Ranger have? Walk on water. Where can I find good Ellie guides, not besides Snowcrows? I mean, Snowcrows is great. But there's also Guild Jen is one of the ones I use the most. I've done a lot of collabs with her, so I'm partial to using her site. Hardstuck is also got a lot of guides as well. And if you're truly desperate, there's Meta Battle also. There's also YouTube. Like, besides folks like, you know, I make some guides as well, but there's also other YouTube content creators like Valen, Mr. Mystic. There's quite a few other folks that make guides that aren't part of any of the big groups. Can this build use Stone Spirit for Aegis? Yeah, you could, if you wanted to. Well, first off, if I was going to bring Aegis, you know what I would do? Is I would put the White Tiger right there. White Tiger has Aegis also. But if you wanted to, you could swap out Storm Spirit for it. Because Storm Spirit is just spammed for damage. or for save for CC. You could swap this out for a fight if you need to. Hyzen does solo PvE builds? Yes. Hyzen will show you how to solo something that people were not meant to solo. His builds are usually not related to group content. It's usually related to soloing group content. Is that Untamed? Yes, I just recorded a video showcasing one of my favorite builds to play, and it is Untamed. Meta Battle does laps around all those guides. Meta Battle rotations are annotated with alternate gear for those who don't have the expansions. I admit I've not been to Meta Battle in a while. Most of the times I've gone there, I have found guides that were uploaded by people that have like one upvote ever, and it's just like, this is insane. Like, it'll be something that's, because it's like anyone can upload anything to Meta Battle. So you have to be really careful to not follow a guide that was written by someone who had no idea what they were talking about. Isn't Catalyst your favorite one? Oh my gosh. Yeah, whenever I want to go play a different game, I boot up Catalyst. Has Wifeluck ever attempted a rice omelet? Rice inside a scrambled eggshell? Not that I know of. MuklukYoutube is a god of Guild Wars 2. Oh my god. I'm honored to be mentioned in the same sentence with those two. Those two were the big creators for this game 6 years ago when I started playing this game again. Although Wooden Potatoes has been on kind of like a hiatus for a long time. Like, it seems like almost unfortunate that it worked out that way, but it's completely possible that some of my channel's growth happened because he chose to take a break. Because it's like, if there was the same amount of people looking for Guild Wars 2 content and then he wasn't uploading for a while, then that would be like more people were hitting at videos from other creators during that time period. Now you're the biggest. Teapot left for WoW. He did not. It's accurate to say Teapot also plays WoW, just like I also play other games. Last night I was playing Marvel Strike... no, not Marvel Strike Force. That's the mobile game. Marvel's Midnight Suns. That's what I was playing last night. I was freaking fighting Venom. But yeah, I play other stuff too. So it's more accurate to say he's branched out a bit. You know, that's just how it goes. I think it's safe to say Muk is the biggest and a Yours 2 streamer. I might be. Muk, the Untamed guy that you did just now, when will it be uploaded to YouTube? How many days do you usually take for edits? So, I will send it to Noxxi. Like, at the end of the stream, I will cut out that footage. I will send it to Noxxi. And then Noxxi will edit it, which... I don't think there's anything in the queue right now. I actually have like 4 or 5 videos that are ready to go, but I haven't released them yet. Like tomorrow's Dragon Hunter video, like that one's ready. I just haven't released it yet because I gotta space them out. If I release like 2 videos on the same day, they both do poorly. I have to just do like 1 per day. So it's possible that tomorrow or the day after I might have that Untamed video ready, but I might have to wait a few days to get to the point where it's ready to be released. But if you want to re-watch me explain it, you can just rewind the footage that you're watching right now. Would you recommend Midnight Suns? Marvel's Midnight Suns has been interesting. I was doing a sponsored stream for NVIDIA GeForce Now last Thursday, and we played that because GeForce Now asked me, they said, just play something you haven't played before for this. You can pick the game. I was like, okay. So I had Marvel's Midnight Suns I got for free on Epic last week, and otherwise it's like $60. And I tried it, and it was pretty cool. However, I will say it is not at all what I expected it to be, and which I think is the big reason a lot of people are not happy with it. it's like in combat, it's a deck builder. I have to say that word very carefully with you guys. So, you know, you draw cards, and like a card might be like Captain America's shield toss, and then ping, 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 ping. The graphics, the sounds are amazing. Like there's times when like you like pick up a dude and throw him into another dude, and you like just crunch, like you hear like Mortal Kombat spine snapping, you know, or like he'll bounce off a telephone pole, and it's just like the sound and the visuals are very, very fun, extremely fun. The fights are a little bit like XCOM, like, you know, lining up shots and like knocking people into other people and like exploding environment. But then there's the game in between the battles. Everything they show in the trailers is like the battles. There's a lot of game in between the battles, and some of it's cool, like, you know, Doctor Strange and Iron Man having like a tiff, you know, there's like, and like the sass is spot on. It's like the kind of writing they had in the Avengers movies. Like the writing is pretty good. But then there's like all these other little plot stories and stuff like that, and like you run around and you build up friendship points with the other heroes to make them stronger. So it's like, do you want to hang out with Spider-Man tonight? And it's just like, what? So there's like some weird, almost like dating sim gaming, not dating sim, because you're not like getting in relationships with them, but like friendship sim in between the XCOM parts, which is really odd, but it's there. It is there. It is weird. But there's been a lot of heroes that have been like a nice surprise. Blade the Vampire Hunter is in there. They got Blade in there, Deadpool, Venom, Logan, you know, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Sabretooth, Captain America, Iron Man, Bruce Banner gets mind control. Bruce Banner and Scarlet Witch get mind controlled by the bad guys. So they're like on the bad guys for this game. No, they're all evil. Ghost Rider, yeah. They tried to recruit the old Ghost Rider, but he told him F off. So then they went to the new Ghost Rider, who's what's his name? Robbie? He has a car. Like there was the Ghost Rider with a horse, then the Ghost Rider with the motorcycle, which was Nicolas Cage in the movie, and then there's a motorcycle with a then there's a Ghost Rider with a car. And the Ghost Rider in the game that you can play is one with like two like commas on a chain, and he's got the car, and he like sets the car on fire and throws it at people. Robbie Reyes, that sounds right. I think that's him. Yeah, so Robbie Reyes, Blade the Vampire Hunter, and then there's a few characters I have never seen before. There was Magic, that was Colossus's little sister, is a major character. I never knew her. And then Nico, who is this goth-looking girl who has the Staff of One or something like that. It's almost like she can cast Wish from Dungeons and Dragons, but she can never use the same one twice. And we were joking about that in chat, like just say Fireball in 20 different languages. Almost done with my lunch. That Ghost Rider was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Was he? I remember, I guess he just looks so different in it. He looked, in Marvel Midnight Sun, the Ghost Rider looks extremely main character. His hair's like half black, half white, his eyes are different colors. He's like very, like, anime protag. It is funny though when they're like, oh yeah, we're the good guys, we don't kill innocent people. And then like some security guard stops you and Blade just stakes them right through the skull. And like no one blinks. Yeah, but once you've said Fireball in 20 different languages, you can't cast it again. Yeah, you can. Then you say Fire Sphere in 20 different languages. Have you looked at the new Skiff skin? Yes. When someone pointed it out to me, I immediately took pictures of it and sent it to Float Girl. And, because I was laughing at the idea of her at work freaking out. Because she wants all the boats. Chat, I do not have a hotkey for my Skiff. I do not. I was today years old when I learned that Galactus was a Ghost Rider. What? Then you change shapes, Fire Square, yeah. Reminded of any Harry Dresden fans in the chat? Fuego! Pyro Fuego! He just starts changing languages. Like whenever he needs a small fire, he's like Flickum Bicus, which is like Latin, I think. And then when he needs big fire, he's like Fuego! He just starts screaming Spanish. Philly Girl likes the skips, explains a lot, yes. Yep. Alright. Okay, lunch is done, strikes are done. Whoa, event timers was being weird there. Drakkar? Let me see if Drakkar's going. Do you know how to bind the skiff key? I know how, I just don't do it. To me, okay, I don't fish in the game. So to me, the skiff is a worse skimmer. So I use the skimmer. Let's see if anyone's doing this right now. Nope. Okay. Alright. Check DBS. Checking the usual suspects. Not the summon, the action bar while on the skiff. Oh, no. I guess I don't know about that. I guess I do not. Oh, it doesn't look like anyone's here either. I'll check anyway. No, not at the moment. Alright. Let's see. What's next? Maybe Dragon Stand? Let's see what's going. Nope, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Let's check this one. The mount action keybites don't work with it, and anything else I bind to doesn't seem to work. Odd. Have you, like, Googled or checked the forums for anyone else with similar issues? Let's see. There's a few people here. Let's see, it's in 5-minute wait. No solution for years. Oh man. They've got that filed under right next to why does the mech disappear underwater? What makes the very cool titles when switching maps? Regions of Tyria. It is a module for Blish HUD. Exclamation Blish if you would like it. Drizzle it. Mike, which roller beetle are you using on this character? I believe I had the branded roller beetle. That's the one that leaves the crystals and the trail behind you when you're moving. Mike, I just started playing Guild Wars 2. I bought End of Dragons a while ago, but I haven't got Soto yet. Is there anything I'll be missing out on if I don't buy it now, or can I leave it until I finish EOD? So Soto has the story, and which, you know, whether you like it or not, it would be a personal preference. It has the story. It has some new maps. The things that are in Soto that would affect you past Soto, like if you skip it and go to Janthier, would be... There's one called Weapon Master Specialization, which is the ability to use an elite spec weapon on a different elite spec. So like...
We've got to take out Steel Command. The rest will follow them.
That was a lot. Okay. Anyway, Weapon Master Specialization will let you use, like, for example, a Druid Staff when you're playing a Soul Beast. You know, like you can move the weapons around. That makes more builds available that you did not have before. Additionally, all classes got a new type of weapon. Chat, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think you need Soto to use the new weapons, such as Druid Maces and Guardian Pistols and stuff like that. I think that requires Soto. So, okay, I'm getting a lot of yeses. Thanks, guys. All right, so that's basically two, no matter what your class is, there will be like at least two weapon options not available to you if you never get Soto or never play Soto. Which is more builds. Like, for example, my current build is using Ranger Maces. I only have access to that because of Soto. If I wanted to play Heal Untamed, that requires a Druid Staff on an Untamed, which would require Weapon Master training from Soto. Those are the big things that will carry over. Like, you know, Path of Fire, there's the Sky Scale. Soto, oh, that's another thing. Soto offers another way of getting the Sky Scale. So, like, if the Living World Season 4 Sky Scale method took an average player a week to get it, the Soto method might take an average player, like, one long gaming session. It's still a task, but it takes less time. It definitely takes less time. True, Got Bored is right, said that there's another way of obtaining legendary armor. There is a solo open world method. It is a lot of time, but it is soloable. So if you choose to do it, you can chip away at that and get that if you want. Let's see. Is Soto required for new? Yes, Soto's required for new weapons. I have a feeling that new games are. Drizzlewood, my favorite map. I farmed 7 legendaries there, and I am also hated. At Mukluk requires 3,600 ectos. Wait, what requires 3,600 ectos? Are you talking about obsidian armor right now?
Oh, look at my new.
That was weird. All right, let's see if anyone's here right now. Astro Saga, Drizzlewood. John, dual instance farming, Southwolf's Crossing, XX23. No, what? Why does it say Cross John Cross? I don't know. All right, what's going on here? Oh, I'm already on their map.
Stop, drop,
okay.
and die.
Let's see.
In Vanguard's dominion, there are no Gladia. There is only the strength of our fangs and claws, and the enemies at our feet.
Hey, we res. All of you get up. Coming in with the event leash. Yo, I rezzed everybody. I'm helping. Is it rocket time? Where you at? Mug could be playing Elden Ring DLC on stream. Not in the near future, no. I enjoyed Elden Ring. I played it all the way through. However, I'm a keyboard and mouse player, and that game is one of those where they say on Steam they support keyboard and mouse, but it is mucking awful. And I am not looking forward to the control scheme of that game again. I did beat it, alright? I got good. But my god, am I not looking forward to playing with those controls again. So I will get around to it once I've properly mentally prepared myself. And I'm not mentally prepared yet. So I won't be playing the Elden Ring thing day one. Amok Obsidian Armor without Suffusion is 3,600 ectos per set. If you do Suffusions, one rune requires 100. This is the reason that ectos have hit 40 silver. Farrowing, is that including the cost of paying the Dwarven Crackhead to do all the crafts, or is that without that? I'm going to be 100% honest. I've got like so many ectos, I don't even notice stuff like that anymore. So I'm like asking out of true curiosity. That's without. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. I mean, again, you can chip away at that slowly. I just made the boots. I made one piece of it just so I could make the guide. The Dwarven Crack. I couldn't remember his name. Lear. It's Lear. I couldn't remember his name. All I remembered was the memes that me and Noxxi made of him. Like, oh, why can't I hold all these ectos? Because he's just like, he's juicing. Muck, are you in NA or EU? I'm on EU. When I play Guild Wars 2 on Tuesday mornings, Guild Wars Tuesday, I'm on the EU servers because they're more active. And when I play on Tuesday evenings, I'm on the NA servers because they're more active. Lyra's a scammer. Yes.
The false imperators have you fight beside humans and other lesser beings. Dominion fights for Char above all.
See if I can just fly there from here. I need that sky scale. He's so fluffy. Also, when you're idle for too long, he spits out confetti like instead of flames. Ah. Yes and no, I got 300 plus hours Elden Ring. I play keyboard and mouse in certain builds that you got a lot of spells and items to juggle like Muck did. It could be frustrating to play. Yeah, it was like, to change your left hand was like alt wheel down, and to change your spell was like shift wheel up, and to change your right hand was like control wheel down. And so it's like, if you just had like a sword and shield and you wanted to change your offhand and then cast a heal spell and then put your offhand back, was like, you know, like shift wheel down, alt wheel up, cast spell, shift wheel down until you get to shield again, alt wheel up till you get back to the old spell again. It's crazy. You can't just hotkey things. You can't just hotkey things. Again, I enjoyed Elden Ring. I played it enough to clear the game, but I don't have it in me to play it again yet. It takes some effort.
Who cares what Ephraim
I went to the
says?
wrong location.
I don't trust Iron Legion for a second.
Heal spell, yes. Actually, I think I played like half the game. It was kind of like a paladin type character, like melee with healing magic. And then I tried sorceries out and I never went back. And like I went all the way through the rest of the game throwing meteors at people. I gotta say, it was quite a difference in difficulty going from full melee to throw meteor. Like, there was like some dragon thing, and I was just like, wow, this is so much easier just running away and throwing meteors at it. Are you a cream cheese Rangoon or a crab Rangoon kind of guy? I'm a fried rice kind of guy. You could definitely hotkey stuff in Elden Ring. If they changed it, that's wonderful. When I played it at launch, you could definitely not hotkey it in the way that I'm... Okay, when I say hotkey, I mean like press 4 to heal. Alright? Not shift wheel down and go cycle through all your offhands till you get to the focus, then shift wheel up and cycle through all your spells to get to the heal spell, then execute, then shift wheel down and cycle through your offhands so you get back to your shield, and then shift wheel up to cycle through all your spells to get back to what you were using before. That was the process at launch. I don't know if that's changed. If it has, freaking wonderful. But that's why I'm not ready to play it again just yet.
The false imperators have you fight beside humans and other lesser beings. Dominion
That's Weaver rotation. I think that's easier than Weaver rotation. Too many, but yeah, it's a lot of clicks for just a spell. Did I miss Weaver content? Yeah, the first like hour and a half of this stream, I was trying out Weaver stuff. If it is there, if you wish to watch it, just rewind. Dang, got some big DPS people here. Having trouble hitting these guys before they die. I helped someone with a boss and then jumped into the water to die, and then they followed me. If your friends jumped off a bridge, would you follow them? My mama raised a leader. I would jump off the bridge first. Down there. What got mail in game? Gamba time. A gift from unknown. Gamba for... Okay, thank you, random stranger. Who sent me Blackline keys? I don't even know what's in the box right now. Flowed scaled cape. This looks like a skinned fish. Okay. Hold on. What do we get? Gnashblade Dragon Coffer. Dies. Alright. Deathly Die to get scrap. Revive Orb. Whoa! Upgrade Extractor. Large Crafting Bag. Deathly Die Kit, Heavy Crafting Bag. Well, thank you for the unexpected gift. Didn't get anything too crazy. Not sure if ER has changed how keybinds work, but it does look like it reflects what controller players do. Keep pushing buttons to cycle through what you want to show it. Yeah, that's the item wheel. Yeah, there's a lot of ports to PC keep that terrible thing from consoles. Which it'll be like, you have one button that's use item, and the other button is next item, next item, next item, next item, next item, use. Right? Like, there's quite a few other games I've played on PC that have that crap, and it's so awful. It's just like a terrible control scheme that PC players are subjected to because consoles exist. Thinking about replacing the USB charger port on it because it needs repair. Wait, I took off my cell phone with a suction. Wait, what? I just took off my cell phone case with a suction cup? Random? Did we visit all the things? Oh, they all changed. Oh wait, are they just changing to another Drizzlewood? Wait, are they just doing Drizzlewood South over and over? A quick 20-minute try on Quickness Untamed and I'm sold. It's rather good. Nice. Another believer.
Say what you want about his politics, but that Ryland steel catcher.
Gonna have to start streaming so that one day people send me keys too. I'm too lazy to farm them. Yes. Yeah, forget working for an hour at work and buying keys. What you need to do is stream 2,000 days in a row so that you can get 5 keys in the mail. That's clearly the better way of doing it. Did you play Nier Automata with mouse and keyboard? Yes. The last game I played with a controller was Little Nightmares. And that's because there was some weird diagonal movement. Like, there was times when you would have to move across like a diagonal tightrope, and on a controller, you would just move the joystick like up left, right? But on mouse and keyboard, you had to hit like A while tapping W, then W while tapping A, and go back and forth to get the diagonal movement just right. So I use controller for that game, but I haven't used it for one since.
You fight with humans? What kind of jar are you? Run away, legions, and maybe you'll live.
Have you played Guild Wars 2 with controller? No, I have not.
Living in the past.
But I know one of the devs of the game has gotten to max level on an account where he plays Guild Wars 2 on Stream Deck, or Steam Deck. Ugh, can't talk. Steam Deck.
You're gonna regret this, Dominion.
You can? Is that Bobby? Yep, Bobby Stein.
Can't last much longer.
Yeah, he tweets about it from time to time. We're following each other on Twitter.
Dominion won't recover their wits anytime soon.
Usually do hot men instead of IBSs. I like both, but no one's at hot right now. I just checked.
Any of them. Vanguard was the only one doing anything for us.
It's just something chill to do while I chat. So when you see your character runs, gives you the impression that you're switching hands with your hammer as if you only have one. As you run, you're throwing it from left to right. He's got skills. There's so many wizard hats here.
You hear something suspicious, you shoot first.
Yeah, talking about games on a controller. I used to watch someone chat play StarCraft 2 Zerg on a controller. He had a like frame of the controller in the bottom corner of the stream, and on the frame it would show his button inputs as he would press them when he would do stuff. And dude, him just like microing drones with the controller made me dizzy. And it was so cool to watch him until he got arrested and got sent to jail for something completely unrelated to that. And so that creator kind of fell off the face of the earth.
False imperators. Have some pride. Admit defeat and allow your legions to become greater. To become...
Who's going to jail? You are. You didn't hear the... Jailbird says what? I know of a player who played Age of Empires 2 DE on a controller and made it to 1500 ELO. Wow.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, if I go then.
Dominion is sending propaganda to demoralize our troops. Grab a weapon and don't let it happen. They say morale is low, but come on. Would someone with
who
low
put a target
morale
mark
sit
on me?
around all day and drink?
Controller's great for both games. Now look, I am not asking other people that play controller to change anything they're doing. I just think it's unfortunate when a game is like, yeah, we were a controller game, but now we've ported it to PC and we support mouse and keyboard. And then I buy it because of that, and it really doesn't support mouse and keyboard. It is like awful. That is what I have a problem with, to be clear. Now, why am I not using controller, I see in the chat? It's because I have like 80 years on mouse and keyboard experience, and I have like an hour on controller experience. I'm insanely good at using mouse keyboard and insanely bad at using a controller. I am bad with controller to the point that just holding it makes my hands like cramp up after an hour because I have like no experience doing that. So I'm just like, I'll play a game with good, like bad PC controls before I play with good controller controls. Just because of my own experience. I don't know. Where is the commander? Oh, he's like way over to the east now. Okay. Oh, I gotta land again. I wish that worked while airborne. Bro, what is this guy doing? He's porting all over the place. He was just in the bottom right corner and I went there. Oh my god. Control struggles with most MMOs and shooters, but shooters is more skill-based. Aren't the best shooters players usually using a mouse and keyboard because mouse is more precise? I remember season 1 of Overwatch, they had to nerf Torbjorn on console only because Torbjorn's turret was better than console players. But on PC, no one had a problem with Torbjorn because they would just shoot the turret.
Why would I read that trash?
It was just like the turret, mouse and keyboard players could aim at the turret faster than the turret could aim at them, but console players could not with the controllers.
I've been ready to fight since I was a cop.
That's sad. That's just how it is. With a mouse, you could just flick to the person who's shooting at you, but you can't really do that as well with a controller. John Paul does Devil Instance? Yeah, I don't know what is going on. He's just like porting from left to right really quick. What he is doing is building participation and controlling the capture speed of East and West. Okay. Overwatch was the first FPS for a lot of people too. My first FPS was the Half-Life campaign. And then after that, Counter-Strike, the original Counter-Strike. You're spreading the Untamed. I see more green goo now than before. It's fun. Now groups will be full of snot. So your age is showing? JK of 33. Oh, you youngin'. That's fine. Y'all know I'm ancient. You still watch. It's fine.
Gotta hand it to Ryder.
82 years young. Using a controller in an FPS is as bad as playing a Weaver in Guild Wars 2.
Avenge me.
This is as someone who's not run with this group, this is a really difficult group to follow. Because he's just like porting all over the place.
No mercy for the weak.
I'm just gonna get these veggies. Completely off topic. We have seen him at Mini Muck and Furry Muck. Because we haven't seen Lady Muck. Lady Luck, which I think is a very funny name. Lady Luck, she actually, in some very old streams of mine, came in and hung out with me, and so she was on camera. I had like 10 viewers at the time. She would do that from time to time. Also, she raided in WoW with me for years, so like she remembers that. So like if I'm doing something in WoW, she remembers it. Although she played Guild Wars 2 with me, I guess it didn't stick. She hardly remembers it. These days, she does not wish to be on camera. She feels, and I don't deny this, that women on camera on Twitch are treated differently than men on camera on Twitch. And she is uncomfortable with walking in front of my camera when it's on. And that's fine. I respect that. So she comes in, she occasionally talks and stuff like that, but she does not want to walk in front of the camera. That's how she feels about it. So she comes in and says hi to people. She's frequently in the chat or on the Discord, stuff like that, but she's not usually showing her face. What makes the difference between Dragon Stand global map event and Interneos map event? Why, in your opinion, people like Dragon Stand and Interneos? Okay. Let me... Alright. This isn't it. I like having things to talk about. This is an interesting one. Alright, hold on a sec. Alright. Dragon Stand, Interneos. Okay. Dragon Stand. Great music. I don't know which one has better rewards, so I won't put that down. Constant cloud of sky scale wings beating in my face. Couple chunks of the meta are literally Ubering items from A to B, which I find boring. The environment is made of depression. I don't even know which one pays better, but for me, those are the main points. Interneos, they did a great job of making the whole place look like sad. And I don't like just like running the torches from A to B. And I don't like having a million sky scales in my face. With the mastery, Inner can pay more. The last boss is actually sound stuff, not just dancing. Oh, talking about, yeah, true.
Minion attack incoming. Don't read any of that trash. Keep your eyes up and stay focused.
Honestly, I don't even really know what class Weaver is, but I'm sure it's as good as any.
You're kidding yourself.
In the right hands, it is a good damage dealer at melee range, but it still has no utility compared to other classes and has way less CC than other classes. But if you really like just being a blender of rock and water and fire, you can play it if you want to. But to me, it feels like it takes way more work to get less damage when playing it compared to the things it's competing with. Environment made of depression sounds like my apartment. You just got the cup noodles everywhere. So he's on the other map now. Okay, this is so confusing.
Legions,
so this guy's just bouncing maps.
We will retake this territory. Don't you understand?
The fluffy blush mount, I love those. Yes.
We will prevail. Join the winning side.
Took me 30 times for that meta to get the dang turtle, so 30 times 2 hours each. Hate that map. The turtle? Oh wait, are we talking about Dragon's End? Yeah, it took me 8 or 9, so I spent between 16 and 18 hours there on like the first few days of the expansion. Dude, I hated that place. I was so angry. Dude, for multiple reasons. Like, one, I felt like I was non-consensually raiding. Like, I was just trying to get the turtle that they advertised the expansion with. And I was before, like, on the first week or so of it, some of you may remember, there was a mechanic on the fight, and if someone did it wrong, all 50 people failed. So it was like a high stakes raid, and if someone did the spirit thing wrong, everybody failed it. And then on top of that, my stream kept getting DMCA'd because of the music in Dragon's End. So both legally, I was getting attacked, and also in the game, I was getting pissed. So Dragon's End, it DMCA'd me like 3 times. I don't go back there anymore. Because every time I got DMCA'd by them for the music on stream, I contacted ArenaNet, and they're like, that's not supposed to happen. We'll take care of that. And they went to take care of that, and then it happened again later, and I had that whole conversation 3 times, and I don't go back there anymore. Are you going to do the new raid, or are you past those days? raid? No, yeah, I strive to have a guide available for everything in the game for people who need it. So yeah, when a new raid comes out, I'll absolutely try to do it. Now, will I do the challenge modes of it if there are any? I don't know about that. But just like the normal stuff, sure. After disabling distortion, ArenaNet is moving to delete Mesmer entirely from the game. Emmy is inconsolable. We need a list of the best and worst event full map and what can ArenaNet learn from each to make the new perfect meta map and what it would look like. I mean, the best and worst map metas. Okay, hold on. What are my favorite metas? Octavine, Dragon Stand, Drizzlewood, DBS. Oh, Ether Blades, yeah. Okay. Alright, now. Why? Octovine. Convenient. Always at same time. Profitable. Brain happy juice goes burr when I open 30 treasure chests. Not because it's that fun. Dragon Stand. Same thing with the happy juice. Music has me vibing. Drizzlewood. It's just convenient. I always feel like Drizzlewood is slightly laggy, so it's not my favorite. It's just convenient because it's like always going. Convenient here also because it's always going. DBS. Convenient. Just happens to be after Octo. Ether Blades. As a support player, Final Fight is very fun. Because you are needed. Oh my god. So what would make the perfect meta for it? Notice almost none of this, I mentioned the gameplay. It's all just either convenient, it's profitable, or the music is really freaking good. The music, like for example, Kaning Overlook, the music, that's like a 10-minute fight. The music carries that. I one time did that strike mission, and there was no music, and it felt like an eternity. It felt like it took forever. Does Satong still like to have to find the boy? No, I don't usually see that. Meta Legion meta? That's funny. I wouldn't say I have fun with that one. Yeah, I don't know. Like, in terms of, like, what's actual fun gameplay, the only one I put down for that was Etherblade. The others are just, like, really convenient or profitable. And I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Choppers incoming. Grab some munitions and get ready to fight. Every day is the same. They're gonna come, we're gonna fight. Some of us
Like, right now there's two people talking at once. Why?
Is it worth it?
Now 3.
no one lives powering up. That ain't living
The base belongs to the legions. Now we hold it.
Like, this is like 4 people talking right now. And 1 burping.
Come on, it's easy gold. You buy a few of my flaming spears, and you get 10 other people to buy yours.
Yeah, not really interested. Sorry.
Suit yourself. You don't want to be rich. That's your loss.
I'm gonna walk away now.
Luckily, there are now whispering in your ears. Feels like ASMR. Oh my god. Dessa and Fractals happens to talk twice at the same time. It's always a pain. Yeah, one really bad one was like right when you enter here and you're getting the title card for Secrets of the Obscure, and there's like 4 people talking over each other. Did you guys see when that happened to Lazy Peon? And he was whining about it? I was like, yeah, I agree. That sucks. That should not happen.
Stick together out there and we can turn this
There's a
around.
cloud of people talking while you're getting the title card. Mug, is it worth picking V Rising up as someone who loves Grim Dawn? Tutugan, I am actually in the middle of writing a script where I'm going to do an Is It Worth It video for V Rising. Still working on that. I would love to answer that question. All right, V Rising. I have 169 hours in that game. I played it all the way through twice during its early access. I just beat the game during its normal post-launch, and I'm in the middle of brutal post-launch, so I know a lot about it. It has absolutely no similarities to Grim Dawn. Okay? Grim Dawn is a game where it's like a Diablo. Grim Dawn is like Diablo or Last Epoch or Path of Exile. It's an action RPG. V Rising is a game that the only similarity it has to an action RPG is the camera angle. Besides the camera angle, it is not similar. Okay? Now, the way that it plays, a lot of people joke that it's like Vampire Terraria. You don't level up. What you do is you defeat enemies, you take components, like at the very beginning, you start out and you're wearing rags. You defeat some nearby skeletons and you take their bones to make a bone sword. Then you defeat some animals and take their pelts to make some simple leather armor. And you keep going up like that. Now, when you defeat enemies, the boss type enemies, they're called V-Bloods, you drain their blood. And you learn what they learn. So like you defeat a blacksmith, you drain his blood, you learn how to do smithing, you make a smithing table at your home, and then you can use that to make steel, you know? You defeat a tailor, and you drain her, and then you learn tailoring, and you can make a sewing table at home that'll make you like advanced cloth armor. Stuff like that. So in the end, your build is your item level high enough that the bosses won't one-shot you, but you don't level up. You can pick 2 abilities to keep on your bar, and you'll eventually unlock all the abilities, and you can bring any 2 to a fight. So you might try a fight, be like, oh god, I need a shield for this one. Run away, reset, swap one of those abilities, and go back in. That's an example. So your build is basically the armor set you choose to wear, your 2 abilities you choose to bring, and the weapon type you choose to use. So you can use like a sword, an axe, a crossbow, a gun, that's a big mace right there. And every weapon has 3 skills. 3 abilities if you count your ultimate. True. There is a 2-minute cooldown ultimate type move that you can have as well. There's a bow and arrow. And essentially the game is, you keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger until you can kill all the bosses. You've essentially got like a hit list, and you're going up this hit list until you've taken them all out. And the last one is Dracula, which you saw there for just a second. Simon Belmont from Castlevania is near the top of the list as well. He's another one of the bosses. But every boss you beat gives you either new knowledge to be able to craft something that will make you slightly more powerful, which then makes you have a chance against that next boss, or it will just flat out give you like a new power. So that's how it works. And then aside from that, you make like a castle to craft all the things that you learn how to make, and you can just make a very simple, like you could just make like a box and put all the crafting stations in there, or you can make a fully decorated mansion if you wish, if that's your thing. There's also PvP servers. You could do solo PvE, you could do co-op PvE, or you could do PvP. But that's how it's played. Hopefully that was a pretty good description. But yeah, would you like it? Maybe. But would you like it because you like Grim Dawn? No similarities to Grim Dawn. Mike, what's your referral link? I'm going to buy the upcoming Guild Wars 2 expansion. Oh, Flashy Flu just linked it in the chat. That's it right there. Just use that link. There's no code or anything. It's just if you use that link and then buy something, it helps. And thank you. I beat Dracula yesterday. I thought Adam was tough. Yeah, Adam and Dracula took me quite a number of attempts on both of them. But I managed to beat them both on normal. No idea if the strats I used on normal will help me on brutal mode. Because I'm literally I just entered Act 4, which is the final act of the game. So like the 4th quarter of the enemies on brutal, I'm there. So I'm getting close to them. We watched your playthrough to see your strats. Oh, really? That's awesome. Yeah, and the cool thing about the game is I'm sure there's more than one strat, right? But that you now know what worked for me. Tristan was annoying. I beat Tristan on Brutal by running around a rock. Because he constantly like comes like flipping toward you, throwing firebombs all over the place. So I found this big rock, and I was running around it, and every time he rounded the corner, I'd shoot him in the face and move around the corner a bit more to break line of sight. So I'd be like, doof, doof, and I just kept doing that. Dude, I cheesed him so bad. Another fun thing about that game, for anyone who hasn't played it, is many of the bosses hate each other. Many of them hate each other. So like there's undead bosses, there's humanoid bosses, and sometimes they're close enough together you could drag them into each other. And so like the first boss of the game on Brutal was like a giant wolf. And this undead guy happened to patrol past and he like killed the wolf, and I looted it and ran. Later, I was fighting that undead guy because then I got to him and the wolf patrolled by and it helped me fight him, and then I killed the wolf a second time because I was much stronger then. And like that kind of thing happens a lot. There's a common one. There's an iron mine that has an undead hero and a holy archer in there, and they constantly fight. And if you can get there at the right moment, you could just like bam bam and kill both of them and get 2 dead. Bring Adam to Dracula. They're on opposite sides of the world. That's not gonna happen. What's your tactic on the elemental mage when she gets into the phase where she spawns the giant globule of fire? Okay, on normal mode, I know I beat her. I don't... Wait, what did that one do? I'm sorry. I know I beat her, and it took me like 3 tries. It didn't take me that long, so it didn't really stick in my memory very well. I'm trying to remember what the glob of fire does. I will say, I've beaten her on normal. I'm not at her yet on brutal. So if you're talking about brutal, I haven't seen that yet. BioShock series coming to Netflix. Oh my. Oh boy. Dude, BioShock was so... I played BioShock before I was a streamer, so I don't have that one recorded. But BioShock 1, the twist at the end, that was so good. BioShock 2 was fine. BioShock Infinite, I remember at the end of it, I had to Google someone explain the BioShock Infinite ending to me. I didn't understand, and then I was mind blown after I read a thing on it. You're just at her at Brutal. She was the Harpy lady, are on the same tier as the wine guy. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry. On normal mode, I don't remember. I remember the elemental lady made like a clone of herself at one point, and I had to dodge a lot of crap while her and her clone were both shooting at me. I remember I got her in a few attempts, so it didn't really stick with me that much. Yeah, well, I'll be fighting her on Brutal possibly tomorrow. All right, chat, you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I am out of time. Couple plugs on the way out. If you're new here, my name is Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours for the evening stream on the NA servers if you wish to hang out. Hit the follow button on Twitch. Like and subscribe if you're watching me on YouTube. It really does help us out. Additionally, these are links to my 2 YouTube channels if you want to see all the content I make over there. New videos constantly on both of them. Would love to share those with you. And lastly, special thanks to the patrons. Cannot do this without them. They keep this channel alive with their support. They keep my cat fed, all that good stuff. And there's a link to that if you're interested in that. Now that I've said all that, let me see if Laura is actually live on time today. And it looks like the answer is a big ha! Just like, how easy is it to play Weaver? All right, let me see. Let's see. Let's check the Guild Wars 2 category. No Noxxi either. Oh my gosh, all my normals. All my mutuals. Let's see, who do we got? I'm looking through the Guild Wars 2 section. Do I know any of these people? Dude, the Guild Wars 2 section has grown so much. When I started streaming this, there was like 6 people here. It was like Teapot, Wooden Potatoes, and 4 people I didn't know. That's it. I'm just gonna pick one. Plenix. I don't know Plenix. I'm gonna raid them. If you like them, hit follow. If not, run away. We'll see what we think. I'll see you guys on the other side. Be nice. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll be back this evening if you want to hang out. See ya!